What's going on, family? What's up? What's up? Welcome in, everybody. Shout out, everybody up in the everybody in the live tonight. Getting it started. Had to push it back a minute. I had some things and some stuff to tend to real quick, fast. But we here, baby. We here. I'm gonna get this camera situation set up in a minute, man. Thank y'all for coming to this African Dream and pop up, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I see you get off. I see you get off. I'm gonna get address that in a minute. Hey, you keep living, bro. You wait till you get my age. You'll see. You'll see. But thank y'all for being here, man. We just gonna have a conversation tonight, family, about a couple of things. Uh, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Couple people might feel me. Couple folk might end up not liking me at all. Damn it, I ain't got no control over that. I do my best. I just get in here and do what I can, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go again. Let me see if I got my. Okay, there we go. What's up, family? How y'all doing, man? Y'all better get on in here and enjoy yourself on this uh I almost said Tuesday. On this Thursday and hang out with your boy, have a conversation, uh get some different points of view, some different perspective. I'm gonna keep this. I always keep it light, man. I always keep it real, baby. Y'all already know what it is. But first off, shout out to my Oh, by the way, I don't know if I said this. I was over here doing something else and talking. Uh, y'all share this live out if you want to. What's up, Carl? What's going on, family? Happy Mac. Let me start up at the top because my girl dipped in her fur. Yeah, we gonna Boy, y'all doing too much. Let me okay. Hold on, y'all, just a second. I got real quick. A regular gun show with a regular gun guy. It's gonna be some celebrities there, including two of whom are in the chat. I hate that I'm not gonna be able to meet them in person as well as the wife, but doggone it, we gonna get there. Thomasville, Georgia, baby. Thomasville, Georgia, starting tomorrow. Uh, I don't know, man. You can contact Erica, My Fly Family, Billy, My Fly Family. Make sure you reach out to people, get your ticket situation squared away. If you want to be a part of that, I don't think it's too late because it ain't completely went down yet. But look here, man, you might want to. If you in Georgia and you've been on the fence, you might want to tip on over that way. Oh, that's what's up. Jason said they starting to show up. What's up, my sister Urban? How them doing there? Welcome. Stay out that smoke, girl. Don't be going outside unless you got to. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Don't even do it. Just stay red and high. Yes, indeed. Oh, Shanna said they got to meet Erica last night. That's what's up, fam. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That is what I'm talking about. Uh, okay, everybody speaking, folk talking, folk talking. I hope I didn't miss nobody. I think I done got everybody. And if I didn't, y'all trust and believe it wasn't on. Hell, I love the ability to have open dialogue and open conversations, especially in these days and times in this world where so many of us. What's up, game nerd mom? How you doing? So many of us may feel as though it's pointless. Uh, having a platform, I can kind of do it a little bit because I'm not in the business of trying to sway people. It's not about an agenda for me or for us rather per se. This guy right here, where is you? Boy, you keep coming. I need to put you get your ass. I'm gonna tie y'all. Get your ass back there. All right. Nope, came out again. Damn. You know how sometimes you just had that one lock that wanna do his own thing. I'm gonna get your ass. Yeah. At least I'm gonna tuck him. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tuck you up under there. There we go. Excuse me. All right. Now that that's out the way, uh, welcome in, y'all. Folks still coming in. Miss April Showers, how you doing? Uh, okay, Nicole Marie, that's who I think I don't know if I spoke. Hey, Nicole Marie, how you doing? Uh, yeah, we're gonna have this conversation, family. I just want to say that, man, tonight. Uh, welcome in, Miss April Showers. Anybody who it ain't particularly graphic. It ain't nothing rough. It ain't not. But it's a lot of different positions that people tend to stand differently on, and I hope that we can have. Baby, we had to get all of that, Jeffrey. Oh my, say, bro, hey, hey, y'all. If I come up distracted tonight, look here. Tech department then already. Tech department over here playing games, baby. Tech department over here messing with your boy real hard. Being grown. I ain't gonna get too far off into it, but she messing with your boy, y'all. Deliberately. While I got on the live, after I done started the live, she gon' I see you, fam. You gonna be busy and I'm gonna do I'm gonna do something to you. Oh, I know Nicole Marie. Yeah, baby. You can't. Game their mom said these kind of songs make you think you can sing too. That's they do. They often do. Yes, 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 yes. Welcome in, everybody. I'm glad y'all in here. Now, game nerd mom, she is. So I need to go ahead and start the conversation. Life's magical journey. How you doing? Welcome in, family. Thank you for being here. Thank everybody who is supporting. Shout out to Swoop for having a raid as well as a contribution to the live tonight. We ain't even got into it yet. So shout out, much love to my sister Swoop. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate that, family. And thank you, everybody who shared it out thus far, and everybody who continues to come in. Uh, I know I think it's still two moderators in here. Those ladies are adamant and amazing about speaking to people who I miss, especially when I'm up here by myself. So that's why y'all ain't see Tech Department in here yet, because Tech Department doing other stuff to pay. Tease. Yo, so yeah, we're gonna keep this a short live tonight. We ain't gonna be on here too long, family, because I gotta go tend to some business. That's the old folks say. I gotta go tend to some business. But look here. So in light of uh current circumstances, not only in the States, but globally, but a lot in the States. Game Nerd Mom. That's thank you. If this is what arriving is, then that we've arrived. Tim, what's up, bro? How you doing? ATM Tim, y'all. Tim been going on them lives hard lately. He been doing a lot of lives, everything from work to covering other stuff. Just a lot, man. Look, yeah, it's Thursday, but don't let them keep nobody from dropping that hashtag BCIAC. And I got to get off of here because I can't be here too long on account of not my Renaissance grandma. She might come on tonight too. Hey mama, if you in the bushes. Uh Miss Shirley, OG Gardner come on Thursday. Odom's Homestead come on Thursday. And doggone who else is? I just said them a while ago. Miss Shirley, Odom's, and Auntie Ellen for sure. Come on. Nah, fam. Baby. Nah, baby. It can't be like that unbiased. I'm a time taker. I tell you, slow. See? That's why we can't get into the doggone conversation. People like unbiased, man, saying stuff. But now I got to play some while folks still coming in, cause I'm trying to mind my business and just get to the topic of conversation tonight, man. But I'm biased saying stuff. Wife over here playing games and stuff. So I anyway. Damn, I'm distracted. My God. Let me get back over here in this Six Bowls is back. What's up, fam? That's right. That's right. If I step down, baby, I ain't no pause and I can't play enough music. It's gonna be a yeah. Okay. Y'all quit encouraging this stuff. Y'all quit encouraging this foolishness. So anyway, the conversation tonight. We got to get to the conversation tonight. So uh oh, I want to say this too, real quick. Y'all, check out my sister Unbiased. Unbiased is not just here on the YouTube machine. She on Facebook. She also over on the Instagram. She been dual streaming and streaming from both places. I see a lot of y'all doing that. Anybody who I see doing that, we always trying to support on more than just this platform right here, because we want to support our family wherever our family is. So, excuse me. Uh, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Now it ain't me. It ain't me, Swoop. I ain't that ain't got nothing to do with it. Right. I ain't turn that off. Everybody, we gonna get into the topic. There's 20 over 20 minutes. We're gonna get into this conversation. Make sure I go back up and I ain't miss nobody. Uh let's see. Oh, Tori, yeah, Tori. Brother Tori, what's up? Welcome. Tori. Welcome in, brother. How you doing? Tori's brain. If y'all didn't catch Monday's episode, Tori had some guests over there. And it was a great episode. The start of season 3 over on Neckbone News. He put out some new characters and yeah. Y'all go over there and check that out. Slide on over and check that out, man. For shizzle. And you know what? I'm glad my sister Urban off in here, man. Last like couple of weeks, we've been having to catch Urban primarily either deep in the bushes or on replay. But with some of the stuff we're gonna talk about, I know this sister is super knowledgeable about, as well as Tori's brain, as well as maybe even some people I don't even know what all everybody know. That's why we had these conversations so we can talk, we can hang out, chill, have conversations as a family. But it's just my personal opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the conversation. Thank you everybody for being here. One more time, if you haven't shared it out, I would appreciate if you do share it out. We finna get it, and make sure y'all support each other. Feel free to drop that hashtag BCIAC into the chat. Cause I'm gonna stay focused. Cause just cause y'all see the other half in the live don't mean she ain't coming over here in the door, opening the door and in the hallway. Uh, yeah. So, hey man, say he's straight from Neckbonia. Yeah, yeah. Y'all got to go check that episode out. But look here, family. That's a lot. Let me see what you said, Game Nerd Mom. For people who listen and can't see it, Game Nerd Mom said, but shout out to that love, y'all. I love seeing people like y'all having fun, loving each other, and keeping it spicy. Y'all give me hope that mine is out there waiting on me. Oh, well, first off, thank you for those kind words, sister. And you know what? I'm gonna start there. Since Game Nerd Mom said what she said, I'm gonna start over here with this then. I don't get into dating. We'll talk about dating every now and again, a little bit. We'll have a conversation here or there. But damn it, I'm in a 22 going on 23-year marriage slash relationship. You put it all the time together. I don't know what it's like being single in 2023. The hell am I gonna tell you? Except how things was in 99 and the 2000s, back when we first started and stuff like that. Like I don't know. But the topic of discussion tonight, the topic of the conversation, is when the grift be real strong. It be real strong, and we've done some lives about it. I told y'all, boy, I signed up for Till Death Do Us Part. Either she got to do some real shenanigans, or I got to do some outlandish stuff or something. Cause boy, the stuff I see people going through these day and age, baby, we finna work this out. We finna fix this shit. We finna fix us before I ain't seen nothing else out there. I don't want it that bad. That's done had your boy like, yeah, I sacrifice. I take a chance. No, not me. Not me. Other folk, you grown, you do what the hell you want to. I don't get in grown folk business. But since Game Nerd Mom said what she said, I'm gonna start with the dating part of that, with the dating aspect of that. Now I've talked to a lot of y'all. I've talked to a lot of people, both offline who are single. I got family who are single. I got hey, get on. Ain't nobody pitching woo, bro. I'm having woo pitched. I'm a woo catcher. I'm catching woo. I don't know, wife. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they just get the feeling some type of way, boy. And woo, my goodness, the tease game is strong with that one, especially while you're trying to focus. But so you got people that I converse with, talk to, family, friends, folks, whatever, and dating is obviously seemingly, I think that's a conclusion everybody could reach. Single, married, whatever, that is more complex and more complicated and got more areas to it than it did back 20, 30 years ago. It just do. It does. So a whole lot of people in this world are smart people. And it's a lot of grifters in the world. It's a whole lot of grifters. I give you an example. With the exception of the 3 times a year that we raise money for some of the schools and children that we support over here, we don't ask y'all for nothing. This live ain't even monetized. Swoop done already donated. That helped us. And we ain't gonna lie with everything because, I don't know if y'all have never lived in different countries or different this and that. Internet is not necessarily cheap when you overseas. It depends on what country you in. We want to keep doing what we doing. It helps support stuff like that. These little ranking lights we got, sometimes one of them, two of them go out. We end up helping use money for stuff like that. But most of all, for the kids and the people that we support, because y'all be taking some of the burden off of us, and we continue to do what we was already doing, but we can add to it. So it's more help. I said all that to say, man, we don't be asking for nothing. But there are people out in this world who know people have very real vulnerabilities, and they make a whole damn business off of it. Whether it's your fears, whether it's your concerns about your love life, whether it's your concerns about your finances, whether it's about your politics, whether it's about climate change, whether it's about the population, whether it's a whole lot of stuff. People be and I ain't mad at them. Hell, everybody, you get your hustle on, you do what you. It's on y'all individually, on us individually to peep game, and not let somebody take us as individuals too far one way or too far the other way. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. Y'all already know that link gonna get dropped soon, and I'm gonna run a little bit of content we're gonna pick up on the other side. My sister Nicole Marie said it's sad in regards to the dating game, and I believe you, sis. I believe that's what the streets was saying. That's what I had heard. And TLC in the garden said it's poop with the emoji in the dating pool. That's what I had heard. I'm not an active participant, but you can't have that many people saying, "What's up, motivation from the weightlifting geek? How you doing, little bro? Welcome in, welcome in." You better get in here and enjoy yourself while you posted up in that server room. Good Eats, what's up, sister? How you doing? Welcome in, Texas fam. Yeah, welcome in, Good Eats. Thank you, sister. One of the reasons why Sardine Sunday is what it is. We thank you. Yes, along with others. We sure do thank y'all. I hope I ain't missed nobody else. Ghetto. Man, I already have them. I can't be grifting if I already got them, bro. Y'all, Ghetto funny dude, man. I'm glad he getting ready to get back into his content creation a little bit more heavy. Life's Magical Journey. What's up, Life's Magical Journey? Thank you for being here, sister. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Good Eats, Life Magical Journey. Oh, Buddha. Yo. No, it's all good, family. Thank you. Thank you. We got, man, thank you, Buddha, for becoming a member again. I understand. I overstand this thing happened for us. We still, all the years, all the people we love out there and wish we could support and do this and do that. Baby, we got a limit about 4 or 5, sometimes 6. About 6 people we can just or jump back and forth amongst people. Ain't nobody got money for that. At least I don't. I can't be everybody member. I sure wish I could. I'm trying. When I get wait till I get my money right. When I get my money right, boy, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of y'all. But in the meantime, baby, hashtag no sir. I can't do it. I can't pull it off. Thank you, Buddha of Destiny. Namaste. Got George getting it one more time. Thank you. Thank you, sis. We appreciate your support and thank you for being a member. Um, ah, thank you, little bro. Motivation from the weightlifting geek. Thank you. Thank you. Boy, y'all gonna wear George's legs out tonight. Let me get over here and get my man right real quick. Get down here and do what you supposed to do. I, I hit Fred. We're gonna have to get two of them. We're gonna have to get two of them because Joe got to get George too. We really appreciate that support, little bro. By the way, um, if y'all don't know, if y'all haven't signed up yet, man, it is back. It is back. The Hypathon is back with a fury. And this is the person putting it on right here, motivation from the weightlifting geek. Uh, Myself and tech department, we help in any way we can as far as any ways that we can support. And just thank you, man. Y'all make sure y'all get over there. You can go to weightliftinggeek.com or you can just go straight over to catch one of his lives or just go to his YouTube channel. And then you can see all the different ways that, and it's really simple. You go, you sign up, you pick a slot, and bam, there you go. You are part of the Hypathon. So, and we're gonna be promoting that a lot, just like we promoting the meetup, the two-way meetup, June 16th, regular gun guy, all the celebrity. Man, Jason and Shanna and Eric and them done already, man, come on, they done already meet up. That's a beautiful thing when family out here meeting family. When we out here linking up like that. Oh, I'm sorry about that, bro. We all have them. We all have them. But hang in there, bro. Trouble don't last always. Trouble do not last always. Um, Man, there's a lot of stuff in the chat. I gotta catch up, y'all, but I gotta say this real quick. I got to say this on the point that I was making. So I'm making a deliberate and very conscious effort to not be preyed upon from the standpoint of my vulnerabilities. And I think a lot of people are getting got like that. Life is so sometimes cruel, sometimes happy as hell. But in between those two, it's always uncertain because tomorrow ain't promised. And then you wonder, what about this? And then, like Game Dirt Mom had mentioned, that's why I'm starting with dating. Is it me? Am I doing something wrong? Do I need to heal? Is the person that I had feelings for messed up? Do they need to heal? Like, this is whole industries. People building industries off real life shit that you go through and might not have your best interest in heart. I feel that this conversation is important because there's a political climate all over the world, much less just in the States, family. It's politics in Africa, it's politics in Europe, it's politics in Australia, politics in the United States, Canada, and so on and so forth. A lot of people are unhappy right now. But what I'm encouraging everybody to do is, for one, of course, research, learn for yourself. But watch out for the grift, man. Watch out for the grift. Which is why I said what I said earlier. So many of y'all have helped me in April, which in turn helped so many, but we don't ask for it. Y'all do that out of y'all heart because you want to. I can't even, man, there's folks who have told us, it ain't about that. Y'all don't say nothing, don't be doing nothing. They be helping behind the scenes more than y'all ever imagine. Only reason we don't bring them under constant light is because they don't want it that way. Y'all, a big chunk of the world is moving into some form of election season. If you already on the fence about how you feel, it's real easy for somebody to come along and make just the right whispers in your ear and have you madder than you already were, more frustrated than you already were, have more anxiety than you already got, more concern than you already concerned. That's the kind of conversation we're gonna have. That's what we're gonna talk about tonight, family. So I'm glad and thankful for everybody who up in here. Uh and we're gonna start with dating. Now I do have some first out with my goodness. Boy, y'all done said so much stuff. I don't want to skip over this because Game Nerd Mom is why I'm getting on this topic first. Dating pool is so full of people just wanting to hook up. It's just one of the who wants to be serious anymore, and people don't care. They will pretend to be what you want. The grift is real. I don't doubt you, young lady. It's not. I don't experience it personally, but I'm gonna take your word for it because that's a world I can't. I'm not in a position to say it ain't no other way. And I hear that so much from so many people. Miss Grace Guys, young lady, you better get in here and enjoy yourself. What you done said? Hello, African Dreamer. Hello, everyone. I'm late. I was making blackberry cobbler, just put it in the oven. Well, first off, welcome in, Miss Grace. Second of all, Miss Grace, ain't nobody ask you all that, and everybody ain't got no berry cobbler. You ain't got to rub that in everybody's face. I bet it's good too. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you, J. Mia, moderator. Uh, thank you, Buddha. Yeah, Buddha became became updated the membership earlier. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So yeah, let me catch up. Oh, speak of the boy, y'all gonna let me get to this triple threat firearms and defense. I ain't. Thank you, Torsha. Let me get Torsha right. I'm gonna be quiet, y'all. I'm gonna chill on it, y'all. I said I would never say nothing about the people who be helping more than they are ever required to. Get it, George. Thank you, Triple Threat Firearms and Defense. Um, I ain't gonna get myself in trouble. I don't want to mad at me, boy. But when I talk about some of these people who go above and beyond and don't want no shine or no light for it, uh, y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. It's some good people, a lot of good people still left in the world, and we don't. If we don't highlight that, all we gonna see is everything else, man. Buddha of Destiny said, I thought was Miss T with the T, but she said it was someone else. I feel. Oh, okay. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so behind in the chat. I hope I ain't missing nobody else. Uh, Chat still jumping. I know that if I didn't speak myself, at least hey, Miss Deborah Garrett, how you doing? You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Okay, I just went down to the bottom. If I missed you, my apology. In the words of Anita Baker, baby, I apologize. Oh, believe me, I do. So there go my apology. If I missed you, let's get into this, family. Now, where we gonna start is, I don't even. That's why I ain't tagged nobody in it, man. It's a lot of people, big creators. That ain't really my bag. That ain't my jam. Like getting only big person, only bigger channel I've ever tagged on purpose. Excuse me. And it's because I've actually, like, he done been on the live before, and we done came. I done been over on Lead Farmer live. Lead Farmer 7-3, the only like bigger channel I've ever tagged. I ain't tagged none of these folk in it because that ain't the kind of shine I'm looking for. I don't want that type of attention. because some of the stuff that I'm gonna talk about tonight, along with a lot of other topics, it's a little, it's a little red pilly, it's a little datey, it's a little uh kind of manosphere-ish and stuff, stuff that most of us done probably heard about, but I don't live in or dwell in them spaces. I don't want to be a content creator that's even known for or recommended or got nothing to do with nobody in that space in particular, because I don't care about it. I don't care about it. I don't care. I'm not worried about. I hope the best for everybody. I want y'all to be happy and find somebody you love. And I love having conversations with people who willing to have that conversation with me. But child, I'm on, as a young folks say, man, I don't know. I get off this live, man. We might have to probably find some on Netflix. Yeah, find some on Netflix and relax. RJ Funches, how you doing, family? Welcome in, welcome in. Yes. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Precious Pieces, how you doing? I almost missed you, sister. Uh oh, see, I almost missed this one. Nicole Marie said the manosphere content is a nightmare. I believe it's causing a lot of division. I think the stoking of gender war to cause distrust. If, can y'all see what this woman got on the screen? Do y'all see this? Because that is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not calling no particular one person a grifter or not a grifter, but I am going to use some examples. And if folk getting their feelings and want to come at old African Dreaming, hell, come, welcome. Come on in. I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about other content creators. But again, that ain't my space. That ain't what I got nothing to do with that. But she's 100% right. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Dating is obviously harder and more difficult than it used to be, but compound that by somebody who see your readily existing vulnerabilities and make a whole damn business out of it. You might be out here looking for love for real. You might be out here trying to find something genuine and true and somebody with an open heart and an open mind that understand just you. That's something else that it blows my mind. I really personally don't care about this percentage of men on this and that percentage of men on that or women on that when it comes to that, because damn, if you trying to make the whole opposite, if you heterosexual, you trying to make the whole damn other opposite uh gender be just right for you so you can take your pick, or are you looking for somebody within what already exists that's just right for you instead of what all men doing, instead of what all women doing? Damn. I don't know what I look here, man. I'm just old country boy. I'm just old country boy. I ain't got it all figured out. Never said I did, and we'll never have it, because I don't think that's something that unless you prove to me that you have in fact achieved nirvana, I don't think we all leave this earth knowing it all. But I'm gonna get to some of this content real quick. Something I'm gonna play first, and then hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me pause it real quick. I meant to have this ready, family, but I ain't got, y'all can tell I ain't got no home training. And I'm up here by myself too. So y'all know how that go. Y'all know how that go. Uh where this other part at? Okay, let me come back over here and then come up here. Okay, so I'm gonna play y'all something. Now, there is a what's APTV? What's up? How you doing, family? Welcome in, welcome in. Liz B Journey, how you doing? How you doing? Look here. Good. I'm glad to see you, Liz, because that remind me before I even start playing this content and people start coming up and all of that. As I drop the link, I want to say this: Y'all please support our people who either on the threshold, just made it over, or almost there for monetization for their 1K. I know we'll talk later about all the YouTube things changing. For right now, let's go off the old system and make sure we support everybody we can. If you in here tonight, look here, family, feel free to drop that hashtag BCIC, just like it's Tuesday or just like it's Friday, because that's what we here for. I don't get in grown for business. I don't know what everybody else here for. That's what we here for. So, yes, Liz B, please drop that just in case there's some more folk in here who don't know you, the family, the channel, ain't never been over there and watched y'all either play board games, be at a football game or a graduation or doing a grocery haul. Y'all go support this sister, man. Go support her, support the family, and excuse me, it's my opinion that we need each other. I don't rely on the algorithm to make sure that we either whatever successful is defined as, make sure we a successful channel. I'm happy to see each and every one of y'all every time we doggone get together. So with that being said, I'm gonna get into this. And hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Because what they do is they
ain't nobody tell you do all that shit. Here up. Okay, so there is a excuse me. There is a what's up, Big Rooster? It's the Big Rooster. What's up, broski? How you doing? West Coast family? Better slide on in here. So the first thing I'm gonna run for y'all is some audio. Now, the audio is from an interview between two content creators. One of them, because I'm about to play her name, so I'm gonna say her, and the other dude, I've seen them around, I forget, but they do an interview. That both of these, we talking about million plus content creators, right? On YouTube and on other space. I don't give a damn about them personally. I'm talking about something much deeper. Much deeper. Bayou Banger, what's up, bro? How you doing? Thank you. I've been seeing you, man. Thank you for checking us out, and we've been checking you out as well. Thank you for being in here. We appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you. So, and everybody, not only can you share your channel, but if you in here and you want to share the live out, share the live out while you over here. We appreciate it. And drop that hashtag BCISC. So you got these two big people. Now, for anybody who has followed Just Pearly Things, she has I mean, we talking about in a year's time, she has grown to over 1 million. A lot of it is what most people would deem controversial, depending on your position and where you stand on it. So recently she had another dude on who is very, I ain't saying don't work with all kind of people. I work with, deal with, befriend, and make business with folk from all different walks of life. That ain't the part I'm talking about. The part I'm talking about is two parts. If you will ever go listen to her dialogue, her podcast, whatever she got going on, she has a lot of strong opinions towards women, her right to do so, but at the same time, she's literally the epitome of the thing that she criticizes the most as far as women goes. She's young. Well, she's mid-20s now, mid-20s, pursuing her dreams, her career, no relationship, no husband, no boyfriend, and has one of the biggest podcasts in the world about dating and relationships. I'm going to say that one more time because she's not the only one. She's not the only one. So you And I'm gonna say it again for the people in the middle, not the people in the front, not the people in the back, the people in the middle. Cause it seemed more and more like only that group in the middle seem to have some, like y'all just get something that everybody ain't too sold too hard on this way or that way. You just kind of in the middle looking at both sides like, really? But okay. One of the biggest podcasts and podcasters in the world is a single woman in her mid-20s with no children that has a podcast about dating and marriage on almost a daily basis, and oftentimes ridicules other women about how important it is to start a family young, get married, do this, be submissive, do all kinds of stuff. It's mind-boggling, man. I don't see things for what I wish they were. I see shit for what it is and then try to change it if need be. Am I calling her a grifter? No. You got grift tendencies? I don't. Y'all, some of the stuff that people who make a living out here talking about this stuff, they don't even believe the shit they saying. What's that boy not long ago, Derek, whoever he was, not his wife? What's that? The brother, Jackson brother, selling books and doing tours and got all of this. And I'm sitting over here with my wife because it was old by the time I found out about it. I'm sitting over here like, well, damn. Well, he was married and fairly. But y'all, it's some strength. It's girl, child. Anyway, let me go and play some of it. I just had to give y'all a little bit of a preface to why I'm playing. And then, so that was the relationship part of it. The other part of it is, this is a woman who has everything I've explained previously, and almost everybody she hired is black. All the folks in the studio who be fighting with each other and disagreeing, black folk. Now, mind you, she's an American, but she does this show from the UK. She does it from London, right? I don't know if y'all know this or ever been over there. There's a lot of black people and Africans who live in London. I mean, a bunch of them. A bunch of them. There's a whole lot of folk from places some of y'all might not even heard of who live in London. Recently, she had a guest on who is a known and very proud racist, right? I ain't gonna fault her for that. I ain't gonna fault her for that. But like 90% of your staff, black people. And if you've ever watched that interview, it's like, well, damn, okay, well, I'm a fair guy. I try to be fair because I want people to be objective with me just like I'm objective with other people. I said, well, damn. And this interview that I'm about to play for you, I'm gonna play y'all a few bits of it here and there. It makes me wonder, is we, I said we because I'm susceptible to anything that anybody else is susceptible to. Y'all, is it folk out here grifting us? Is there people out here who make a business out of people weaknesses and vulnerabilities for the sake of cashing out on their ass? I don't know. But we finna talk about it. So let me run this audio real quick. I see some comments now that I'm looking over there. Yeah, I'm on. Ooh, man, I see some comments. I got to come back. I'm gonna drop that link. Somebody gonna have to come up here and help me. Cause I can handle it, but my goodness, I see some good things and some good stuff. Y'all, let me Let me get this right here, and then let's run this. Uh-oh. Hold on now. My goodness.
You're horrible.
Okay.
We were talking about, and I don't really want to go into this too much because we're kind of past this, but I was quoting a Thomas Sowell book.
Okay. So do you agree with that premise that slavery was embellished, or no?
I think that there are parts that are under embellished and there are parts that are over embellished. I think it just depends what we're talking about.
That's so interesting. I've got to know what was over embellished about slavery. Just like one example, I'm dying to know.
Yeah, I just rather. I mean, I was talking about a book that I read.
You just said some parts were embellished, some parts were under embellished.
I just again.
Are you retracting that?
I'd really just rather not.
Okay. No, but slavery being embellished—that's so interesting.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping this was like a good faith interview. I just think you're trying to push it.
That's a clip of you saying that. You can disavow it.
I'm quoting an author.
You're not being honest. Okay, so you disavow. Just disavow it then. That's easy. Just say, I don't think so.
Hold on a minute. I'm sorry about that, y'all. We had a little bit of tech issue. How far did you? I don't know exactly what I stepped away for a minute. I don't know exactly what part it stopped on. I don't know exactly what part it stopped on, but I just want to say this: the fact that such a large portion of not only your viewership as well as your staff, and that's something that she holds a lot of pride in because she's talked about it before, are in fact Black Europeans, people who may be first generation or second generation African, directly, new to the country. Maybe their parents, maybe they were there long enough, and it was their grandparents. Like, I don't know where the clip cut off or got muted at, but it's real interesting. What's up, 10? Educated Natural, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you, sister, for being here. I see what. Yeah, Nicole Marie, that's one point of it. That definitely a point. I mean, it happens all the time. You can be fair, but you should never give racists a platform. I don't disagree by you, Bangle. I do not disagree. So even though I'm open to hearing other people's perspective, I mean, I'm at a point in life you could be racist if you want to. That's your business. Now, how your feelings impact me, that's where I come into it. That's where we got something to talk about. But hell, I'm from Texas, child. I'd rather know how you really feel than for you to be smiling and skinning and grinning all up in my face but that ain't your true sentiment. So I'd rather know. But I do understand. And when in the world of entertainment, being entertained by us is something, child. Oh, my Renaissance grandma. Did I speak, mama? Hey, welcome in, welcome in. I'm behind in the chat. I had stepped away. I think the mute came. Yeah. Hold on. It's a black lady. She sound whiter than the ghetto. Oh yeah, ghetto. Yeah. No, that ain't no black lady. Ghetto said that's a black lady. No, it is not a black lady. It is content creator called Just Pearly Things, and she can do her thing. She can live her life. She can tell people how to get married and do all whatever, how to date and all of that stuff. Because that ain't the world I live in, baby. I got mine, and that ain't why I don't care. I don't care because I'm trying to spend every day I got left on this earth contributing something to this earth and doing something productive and being a better person and trying to lead the world a little better than I found it. Ten said, "Who is this clown we listen to?" It's a content creator. Um, and 10, for those who came in later, y'all, the whole point of this live, the whole reason we having the conversation is we gotta ask ourselves, or I choose to ask myself, when the grift is real strong, you think it's folk who could sit in front of you or stand in front of you or preach in front of you? Because we're going to get to that in a minute too. Oh, baby, yeah, it ain't just dating. It's way deeper than that. You think it's folk out here in the world who can stand or sit or preach or lay down or twirl or do somersaults in front of you and tell you everything you want to hear and don't give a damn about you? Hashtag questions. It's real out here, folks. It's real out here. It's people who have getting done, and I'm glad we having this conversation going into the political season and going, because the politics lead to everything, all the other emotions coming out. So maybe talking about it now, by the time everything at fever pitch, maybe one person or two people or three people, this live will come back to you before you get too caught up in your feelings and just be like, okay, I'll take that, I'll examine it, and then I'll proceed accordingly. But man, there's so many folk out here putting batteries in people's backs, baby. I don't know what all the makeup, but we talking about it. Let's see what my sister Urban said. She rather not because she's a fraud. She can hire all the blacks in the UK. That don't mean you are not racist yourself. And of course, that happens all the time. Okay, thank you, Ghetto. Thank you. I was wondering about whereabouts I was, and I'm sorry about that, y'all. I had to step out the room real quick. Got there's a lot going on over here tonight. Uh uh look up the word for the object. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Urban. Yeah, I'm not gonna, if you find her, I ain't trying to help boost her or nothing like that. She out there, but I'll um, okay. Ghetto said he gonna come up in a minute. Yeah, it's a lot of them out there. It's a lot of them, y'all. I wanna try to finish this. I got through most of it. I think it's at the appropriate stopping point. I'm gonna bring it back just a little bit in case it was muted, and I'm gonna go ahead and run all of this so I can. So, and I'm gonna see y'all on the other side unless I hear something again too, like oh my god, and then we got to talk about it.
No, but slavery being embellished—that's so interesting.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping this was like a good faith interview. I just think you're trying to push it.
That's a clip of you saying that. You can disavow it.
I'm quoting an author.
You're not being honest. Okay, so you disavow. Just disavow it then. That's easy. Just say, I don't think slavery was embellished. I mean, that's super easy. That's like a layup. So well compared Barack Obama to Adolf Hitler. Do you like that analogy? That's the author you're quoting. Asking you, do you agree with that statement? Barack Obama is comparable to Adolf Hitler.
Now I gotta pause it right there, y'all, because that part about it, that is a reference from that person from that, who's made statement. I don't care about that part of it. I don't care about that part, the political side, because people who I agree with on some stuff done said some stuff that I don't think were cool. It ain't never been too over the top, but I ain't gonna put that on her fully, because this is an interview, and I'm not saying it's a gotcha type interview, but it's the parts that her sentiments are all that matters to me as someone who has a 90% black staff, and obviously is some form of a dating expert, and ain't in one. I didn't say didn't have no husband. I didn't say didn't have no kid. I said you ain't even got no relationship yourself. But whatever. It's bizarro world. I don't let's go and get it, fam.
No.
Okay. See, it's not hard. It's not hard. That's awesome. That's easy to do. You also said George Washington was viewed from his slaves like a father. Did you say that? Do you think racism was embellished? I mean, it's so easy. I mean, just say no.
Now, some of this stuff, quotes like that, I wouldn't even play this audio. I didn't want to put the video up, but I wouldn't have even played the audio had I not found, which didn't take long, audio of her actually saying that herself. These words coming out of her mouth. Y'all, the link is in the chat, and I don't know what y'all. So much of history is, and I'm talking about recent history, man. I'm not talking about thousands of years ago. I'm not asking nobody to read Aramaic. I'm not talking about somebody to write a full dissertation on the Incans and the Aztecs. I'm not asking nobody to do nothing like that. I'm talking about stuff that happened within the last few centuries. Some of the loudest voices have no clue. They have no clue. It's absolutely amazing to me. For any human being of any race to legitimately think that George Washington was like a father to the people that he owned. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. It's crazy as hell to me. But let's get it, family. Let's get back into it.
I can't say, hey, these had a good relationship with their owners
because
without
it's
getting
not true. Because it's just not true. It's not true. What George Washington was not a father figure to his slaves. Fair. To be totally fair, you could just say, I don't think slavery was embellished.
Like you were
like
just
that's
talking
super
about
easy.
research, like
that's a layup for most people.
I was quoting a book. That's the crazy part. I was quoting a book.
So do you agree with his statement, though?
Do I think overall it was embellished? Some parts, sure.
There it is. Which parts?
Some parts.
No, please tell me which parts. Tell me.
I think that you can't. I think that certain slaves had good relationships with their owners. Not all, maybe not most, but
I had to pause right there one more time, family. You absent of autonomy over your body, and I'm not even getting into the race element of this conversation as deep as I could. I'm not getting into it's so much to get into. That ain't the part. The part for me is that this is one of the biggest content creators on the doggone planet. Has an overwhelming amount of not only support, but influence. With a 90% black staff, and this is your sentiment? This is your sentiment. That's where your heart at. and you know how to advise people in relationships and love and all the struggles that come along with being with somebody for decade after decade after decade, raising children, all of all that comes with that. Where are we societally and globally? That's enough of that clip. I don't even want to play no more. But I gotta come on and say this, fam. I'm gonna try to catch up with some of these chat. Some of them may have been seen as a little prude, could have been. Damn sure judgy, and a whole lot of other things. But there was and baby, believe me, I'm not the type to indulge and be overly sentimental or overly nostalgic about a past that never existed. I'm not that guy. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna act like all our big mamas and pawpaws was just the best, most upstanding folk. No, they had their flaws and problems too. Some of them were lying, they were cheating on each other. Papa was a Rolling Stone. All of them black as hell, darker than me. But then y'all got one super high yellow baby with freckles, just like the dude down the street. She was doing stuff too. I'm not finna make believe and play games about this. But there was a certain level of respectability that used to exist. There was a certain level of respectability that would accommodate a person in a position that they had to play a certain role. Especially for folk who look like me. You had to reach a certain threshold, for one, of approval. And then you had to wear that literally and figuratively. Sometimes it was your suit and tie. Sometimes it was your hat. Sometimes it was your presence in the community, your efforts, your this or that. But now I sit in absolute awe of some of the people who influence people the most, and the absence of their knowledge base, the absence of their skill sets, the absence of their life experience. Where we at, family? Where we at? I'm gonna drop this link real quick again so we can come up and talk about this, because we got another couple things to cover, and I'm gonna try to I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Not because, I want to rush off of here and go do nothing, but because, we got Miss Shirley and Auntie Ellen coming up later. So the link is in the chat, and I'm going to get back over here to some of these messages that I may have missed. Thank you, everybody, for being in here. We appreciate that. Y'all make sure y'all hit that thumb button, like whatever it is, thumb, like something. The one that say, hey, I was here. Oh yeah, ghetto. Ain't nobody from this. No, they ain't finna sub. Just out of people tip over out of which I don't discourage. I mean, I leave that up to the person. Game Nerd Mom said people these days are all about getting over on the next person, and ghetto is definitely right. People even do this kind of stuff just for likes or views or clout or 15 minutes of fame. Exactly. And you know what? I'm gonna leave that coming up here while I say this. That's a point I will make. I didn't tag either one of these people or nobody else in this live. Hell, this live ain't even monetized. I'm having this conversation for one. I love hanging out with y'all. I love creating content, having these types of conversations. That's why I'm doing it. But people do that for views, clout, 15 minutes of fame. Hell, I don't want all them folk coming over here. I ain't no red pill channel. I'm not into dating like that. I'm a happily married man. Matter of fact, shit, hold on. Sitting over here, I'll take it off when I get back in the house. Let me ring your ass. Put my ring on. Happily happily married man. That ain't my space. That ain't my world. That ain't what I. But it is a market. I'm gonna say that, and it's a whole bunch of folk in it. Cause I've been kind of watching different people from here and there for years, and it's like, damn, this dating thing is still, boy, this pretty. This folk getting rich off of this. It's folk getting rich, and I'm not knocking nobody hustle, baby. It's all love. It's all love. But it's folk getting rich, talking about dating, they're still single. And everybody don't have to do it. I've grown in my perspective. I won't even say, for me it is, dating was, I put it like this. To be fair, I think people definitely have the right to date just for the sake of it, because you've grown and you can do whatever you choose to do with your body, with whomever. That's your right. It's a free word. Do what you want to do. But I grew up under the pretenses and the expectations, not because it was forced it upon me, but because I've always tried to do things with intention. And I'm not saying marriage. I'm saying a certain level of expectation. I've never not dated to either be with you for a while or a long time or see how it go, or uh Buddha said, what Aztec got to do with that? Buddha, you're gonna have to rewind it a little bit and listen. RJ, you are on to something, my friend. I see it happening in real time right in front of my face. This is just my opinion. What, that's just how I feel, how I see it. If y'all ever, by the way, for the people who just listening, RJ Funcher said the dumbing down of humans. I think 1995 or 97. What's his name? It'll come to me in a minute. There's a movie called Idiocracy. And when that movie first came out, I was like, man, that's crazy. It's funny, but that's how stuff hit it, but this and that. And now that I done lived 40 some odd years, I'm like, my goodness, damn, it's really headed that way, ain't it? It's really headed that way. And then there's a certain callousness with it too. It's all I think the concept of intellectual and individual thought is very different. Even though the two get conflated, it's very different than an ideology based conversation or point of view or perspective. If you think about whatever's presented to you from your own rationale and consider this and consider that, in today's world, it's almost like I don't know, man. It's y'all know what I'm talking about. It's wild out here. Triple Threat Farms and Defense said lots of vulnerable people, and that's my bigger point. That's my bigger point, man. That is my bigger point, y'all. What it's a lot. It's a lot of, again, your vulnerabilities. Your vulnerabilities. Something that's real enough to engage you emotionally is the same thing that's real enough to engage you emotionally. And when somebody else, whether they have your best interest at heart or not, can sit back and examine that and use your own emotions against you based upon your vulnerability, Oh, good eats. Oh, you heard that? I thought I was kind of talking out loud to myself. I showed did. I said, let me get my put my ring on real quick. I'm so behind in the chat, y'all. I'm trying to catch up. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Buddha. Yeah, I was just using that as an analogy to get to another part of the conversation. Hmm. I see ain't none of y'all tipped on up here yet, man. Y'all I'm gonna drop this link again, and y'all gonna make me go to the other part of the conversation because uh I got I got a show I'm watching with the wife on Netflix later. So we're gonna have to get to Netflix. But that ain't even what it's about. What it's really about is Miss Shirley and what? Hold on here. So yeah, y'all damn, what was I talking about? I was okay, yeah. So I'm gonna have to go and get into the next part of it because I done dropped the link. Ain't none of y'all tipped on up here yet. I would love to have some conversation about that part of it before I get into the next part of it. But the overall conversation, man, is when the grift real strong, bruh. When the grift real strong, it can hey, y'all stay out of this. Uh No, we good. We got time. We got time. We got time. We got time. I got time. We got time, family. We got time. Uh okay, I see you, bro. You good. You good. Um Whichever one you want to do, you can turn it off, leave it on. It's all gravity. So uh yeah. Let me you ready, bro? You ready? Okay. Let me bring up to the panel the one, the only. What good, fam?
What's up, my brother? Nah, I felt like
Yeah.
that's me echoing. Oh no, is my
Nah,
sound
I don't
good?
hear no echo.
My
No,
sound's
you ain't
good.
echoing over here. You sound great. Yeah.
All right, all right. Nah, I figured I'd jump on camera today, man. It's my day off. Usually, I'm either in between work or at work or something, so I always keep my camera off,
Yeah.
and you know how it goes. Shit, I'm chilling
It's all
today.
love.
Chilling today. Um,
Chill on it, man. Yeah.
man, you hit on a whole bunch of topics on that girl, man. And I'm not gonna get up here and dog her out, but I am.
Yeah.
Look,
Come on.
look, I think the importance is grifting can come in multitude, just all kinds of ways, and I believe individuals like that age bracket, and yeah, that race too, but that's a whole different story. But
Yeah, yeah, that's a whole different
I,
thing.
I
But
believe
go ahead.
I have a daughter, right? I have a 17-year-old daughter and I have an 11-year-old son, and
Yeah.
they bring me shows like this and say, "Daddy, what do you think about this?" etc. We'll have a conversation,
Right,
and
right.
I'm gonna go a little black pill, but I believe the system has put these individuals, these channels, these subjects, these entities in place to cultivate our children's minds. So when they're growing up, because like us, we had our own memories when we were growing up. No, not
Right.
today. These mother, excuse me, these. I'm sorry, man. It's passionate because these are my babies, man. These are their
Right,
babies. Everybody's babies, man, and nobody's paying
right.
attention. They're not paying
Yeah.
attention. They're grifting your children's souls. That's it. There's no extras to it. That's what they're trying to get. You know, I mean, Obviously,
Yeah,
they
no,
can't
that's
get your
real, bro.
soul, but you know what I mean. Like I don't know no
No, no,
smart
no,
word
that's
for
real.
it, but
That's
they're,
real.
they're
And yeah. No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
no, you continue, man. I'm gonna calm down a little bit.
I, I was just gonna say, not only do I agree with you 100%, I just got something else to add. Is that when I don't think it's by accident
Nope.
that thought provoking and meaningful conversation is suppressed while all the dumbest stuff you could ever hear in the world gets elevated by either the algorithm or society in general or whatever. So with that being said, the only thing I gotta add to it is that it ain't just the kid. I think the kids are definitely targeted most specifically. But
Yeah.
baby, it's some grown folk out here mentally equally as acceptable as that 17-year-old girl you got.
Right. Right.
It's a
Right.
whole bunch of grown folk eating this stuff up left and right, man. They can't keep their hands off of it.
It's because they need somebody else to validate them. And like, oh, this person got 2 million people following them, and they're thinking the same way I am, so I know I'm right. George Washington was just somebody's daddy. Man, fuck you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Exactly.
ladies. General, I'm sorry. My bad, homie.
Yeah, you good. You good. Just
My bad, man. That is disgusting, man. You own
yeah,
a
just
human
keep it
being.
real.
How you gonna be a father or mother figure, man? That is just
No, it's real. It's real. And this is something that's keeping um because and I'm glad y'all. What's up, game nerd mom? How you doing? Welcome in, sister.
game nerd, mom. What's up, girl?
Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Go ahead and finish your thought.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this is something that makes me wonder which side of it is more prominent. Now, is it really you mean to tell me still as bad as things are? Because we've had people in this chat tonight to attest to how bad uh the dating market, and I hope you could give some insight on that game there, mom, because you said some things tonight. I think TLC in the garden and a few more people said some stuff. Official J Mill, like just different people have said stuff about the dating world. I leave that to the experts, but I'm gonna say this here. Look here, man. You mean ain't nobody falling in love no more. Ain't nobody having long lasting, meaningful relationship, which they might not be. I don't know. That's why I asked the expert. But then I think about the cause behind it. Is it because we be, society has been given an unrealistic metric of expectation of what should and shouldn't be, of what the accomplishment should be, and all of that kind of stuff before you make yourself vulnerable? And I don't give a damn. Long as we human beings, you will never. I love that woman with all my heart, with all my soul, with my life. Guess what that make me? Vulnerable, able to
Mm.
be hurt, able to be disappointed, able to be let down, able to be cheated on. All that. If you not willing to take them kind of risk, your ass ain't never gonna have nobody.
Nope. Look. It
But
took me. It took me a year. Sorry to cut in, but it took me a
go ahead.
year to even trust my girl, homie. Like we couldn't even go over to, let's say, Seattle or something, right? Because we'd go to Seattle like
Mm-hmm.
every other weekend. We
Mm-hmm.
stayed up here in Oregon, and I'm over here, looking back, making sure nobody's following us, making sure. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
'cause I was just transforming out of my old ways, so that was just ingrained to me. But
Right.
the fact that I couldn't even trust this girl, a beautiful woman from the other side of the track, she didn't know nothing about none of the extras, and she just wanted to go
Right.
have a cool date at the Space Needle or something. But yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't give her none of that for a long time until I was ready to be like, all right, here you go. And 22 years later, we still here. You know what I mean? Like I feel
That's
sorry
what's
for
up,
people
bro.
trying to date right now. I mean,
Me
ooh,
too.
ooh,
I got no. I'm not envious at all, bro. And
ooh.
we finna hear from one of them. Game nerd mom, baby, tell us about that world out there, and also speak to what you see as being grifty with regards to that.
Oh Lord, it's rough out here. I can only speak from my experience. I can't speak from the whole, dating community. But the general consensus is the dating pool got pee in it. And yeah, don't end going on over here. Going over here. That is the perfect mindset to have about it, because it's not fun. And like I had said earlier, it's just like everybody is out to get over on the next person. Like, that's the mindset of people today. Like, I'm gonna get you before you get me. And people, I don't know, it's a lack of trust. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's just, what's grifty
Right.
about that is that it's that mindset right there, is that people always trying to get over, or they just want to get what they get out of people, regardless of how it happens. Like, you can tell somebody exactly what you want, and they will pretend to be that until they get whatever they want, and then they ready to go. Like, it's
Well,
a
I'm. You know what? I got a question. I want you to speak a little bit more to this before we go into the next topic. Not so much only the grift from the actual potential date or the person you're trying to be with. Speak to us. I don't know if you do. I'm asking. I hope you don't mind sharing. If you don't want to, then baby, you ain't got to worry about it. But I'm talking about the part from, because somebody be putting batteries in these people backs, right? So a lot of, it seems to me, just as an outside observer, more and more people feel that way because before they go on a date, before they try to be with somebody, between the combination of the internet as a whole, and then some of these dating coaches and dating tips and doing all of this kind of stuff, do you think it's more of a benefit or more of a detriment with some of these people regarding dating, who made it, they make a living off of keeping people, uh not keeping people. I'm gonna say this. I'll say it like this. If you a doctor and you help, not to treat, I didn't watch my words, treat patients, but deliberately try to cure patients, you don't have no more clientele. If everybody who's in that industry was really trying to help people, I think they would be doing a detriment to their own livelihood. But I want to hear from your mouth, from your experience, what you think about some of these people out here who always, just day in and day out, all they talk about is high value men, modern women, dating this, dating that. How, like, what impact do you think that has? And what have you seen or heard yourself?
in my opinion, it has a terrible impact on people, because people feel like their way of life, or how they think life should go, is that's how everyone should live their life. And it's really weird to me. Like, modern
Mm-hmm.
women, traditional women, all that mess. It's so frustrating when you just gotta, come on, date the person that's best for you. Like, nobody's gonna want the same thing. It's so
Right,
frustrating. Those
right.
dating coaches be scamming people, like the girl you was just playing. Look, she uh, dating people, advising people on life, and look at her own personal beliefs. People just take advantage. That's I think that's part of the issue these days, is that people take advantage of other people's vulnerabilities and use it, like um like I said, they use it to get money or clout or likes or views, and they just using people to get to. They don't really care if you find the love of your life, or if you're just looking for love, or if you get hurt behind what they're telling you. Like, they don't care about that. These people, it's
Mm-hmm.
toxic, and it makes it even more difficult for people that really just are really trying to find love, and they don't know how to navigate through this crazy dating world. Like, I think it's causing a lot of harm. I can definitely say that.
Right, right. And I wanna hear from Ghetto on this, and from Game Nerd Mom. Triple Threat Firearms and Defense Inc. said those who do these shows don't care about no one but themselves. If you cared, your sister wouldn't be set her up to be her. Oh yeah, yeah. What do y'all think about that, man? Do y'all think that? Because I don't see any level of I see, if any, very little compassion. I see very little thoughtfulness. I see overwhelming amounts of projection from individual
Mm-hmm.
experiences, which is fair because we all have our individual experiences. But for you to take, it's no different than any other circumstance where a person may have been mistreated and allows that mistreatment to be the justification for the duration of the rest of their lives. This happened to me. I'm going to take it out on the rest of the world, the rest of society. I'm going to treat people however because it ain't no love and that is what it is. So I'm hurt. I'm going to hurt everybody else. But I
Yeah,
want to hear what y'all think.
I agree. I believe the internet as a whole has been maybe inadvertently, I think it was on purpose, but it created a sense, it created a bubble for everybody, right? So we get on
Yeah.
the internet, we're able to not have a filter, we're able to just let everything go out, go out, go out. Well, when you raise a generation on it, right? You know, like again, my kids, my daughter's age 17, their whole life, that's all they've known. Now, thankfully, I
Mm-hmm.
raised a good one, so I ain't worried about it. But they're
Right.
able to do that in their real life as well. They throw the emotions to the side because that's what the internet does. Unfortunately, is you don't. There is no emotions in it. There's no tone. There's no. That's why I hate texting because there ain't no tone in it. You know what I mean?
It's
But
hard to disseminate a person's
it,
emotions over a
it,
text. Yeah.
exactly, and I believe that our younger generation, and I mean, what is it, like a cyborg or something? You know, it's just they're just, and they're gonna try to do anything they can to get that instant gratification, right?
Right.
Um, I'm probably going beyond what you was asking, but has anybody in here watched that show Upload? It's from Amazon, right? Where
I haven't.
basically,
I haven't.
okay, well, basically, when you die, you can upload your consciousness to the virtual world, and
Oh,
basically they,
upload.
okay,
Yeah, I
yeah, yeah,
seen that. There's a lot of
okay,
shows like that, bro.
right. Well,
I
if you
think that's
remember,
already here, but
yeah,
go
yeah. Oh,
ahead.
yeah. I agree. I definitely agree. But if you remember the dating part of the actual show, right, where that one girl was dating that dude, and they was doing whatever, but they made sure they gave each other 5 stars. Like it was just, there's nothing else you could do. You got to give me 5 stars. I believe that's
Hmm.
what our society's doing, especially when it comes to dating and stuff like that. They need to make sure each person gets that because that's what it is. They're grifting for the stars. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm not gonna give you no emotions, but make sure you tell your other friends that I'm a 5 star. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
It's
that's
dangerous. I mean, it's dangerous. It really is. People need to be vulnerable. People need to. I mean, you gotta be able to be human being, and just this society. I don't
no
know,
doubt.
man.
No, that's real. You made some good points. Before my sister go and give her thoughts. Shout out to a resilient dad tapping in from the Bay. What's up, bro? How you doing? How you doing? And if for anybody who don't know what Ghetto was talking about, it's a show out there, and it's a lot of shows like this. Everything from 12 Monkeys, the show he mentioned,
Hmm.
so many things about consciousness being uploaded on a device and placed in basically a sleeve of some sort. Which they, not only is it y'all, I don't. I'm not gonna go too far down that road because we're having a conversation about grifting, but if you live long enough, you see where sci-fi becomes reality, and then the reality in which you exist, some more sci-fi coming. So how many times do you have to see this pattern before you accept and realize that today's future is probably already here in some small ways, and it's damn sure coming. But what you got to say, sis? What you got to say about it?
Well, like Ghetto said, like it's the instant gratification. I think is a big issue. Everyone wants their little fix now. They want everything right now. There's no waiting. Like as far as dating, like there's no getting to know each other, nothing like that. When it comes to like taking advice from people, they just take the advice as it is and like, oh yeah, that's good advice. I'm gonna take that. You don't observe these people and watch how they actually live their life. That's why there's
Right.
always like the Derek Jackson dude, like how he was selling books and like nobody was paying attention to his life and look what happened there. Married,
Because
cheating, and trying to give advice to people who's single. It's just
yeah,
crazy. Like it's
yeah,
crazy that this is what happens. And like I'll piggyback off the Ghetto again, and with the whole like dating apps and stuff like that. I'm just talking as far as dating because that's what type of fear I'm. But this can apply to even making friends or even interacting with buying groceries. Everything's online now. There's no personalization. You don't
Mm-hmm.
like there's not regulars at stores anymore. Like that's not a thing. It's just everything is so impersonal nowadays, and it's just crazy. It's very much on the verge of us seeming like we're kind of like robots for real. And
Exactly. And I believe that was the original. Oh, sorry.
you good? Go ahead.
I was just saying, I believe that's their original plan. And since we're talking about grifting and whatever y'all want to believe in, I believe it's the devil. But I believe the devil been grifting for our souls for a long time, and he finally found a system that worked. And the system, devil, whatever you want to call it, they've been grifting for our humanity, and they're getting it by the millions. That's why it's important that we teach our kids, that we show our kids, and not just tell them stuff, but we teach them. And thankfully, me and my wife are teaching our kids just by our actions towards each other. You know what I mean? Just by the simple hug or kiss
yeah.
or little playful jokes that we have together. My kids are watching that. They watching everything.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So and they see it on a consistent basis. So when they get older, they're gonna be looking. I hope my daughter does find somebody like her daddy. I'm that proud of myself because I treat her mama
Yeah.
very well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's how it should be, to be honest. But now it's like every people like this a little bit. Excuse me. That girl you was playing earlier. Those are people's role models now. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's
Exactly.
dangerous. That's dangerous,
It's
y'all.
it's dangerous, but it's also our new reality. It's also our new circumstance.
Right?
What's up, growing out the box? How you doing, brother? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Um, you know, a lot of different grifts come in a lot of different ways, shape, forms, and fashion. And uh again, I gotta emphasize this. I'm glad you said what you said, bro, because you kind of reminded me. And thank you, Game Nerd Mom, because I agree. Look here, it may impact the youth definitely because, like you said earlier, that's all they know. That's been their whole life. Is this world we live in? We can remember a before time a long, long ago. The kids, all they know is what they know. Now, with that being said, it's a whole lot of old folk out here, some of my age and up, who ain't got no more sense, equally as vulnerable, out here
Right.
speaking and preaching and doing some of the same things as kids, and because they never like. Look, man, I'm telling you, if you want to get in somebody's head, find somebody who hurt, find somebody
Exactly.
who's struggling, find somebody who vulnerable, and you almost got a clean slate. All just like when a child is born coming to this world that they don't know, validation is equally as powerful
Yeah.
because if somebody has internalized a certain level of hurt and pain and they feel that way and they come across somebody who can validate or verbalize
Hmm.
all the stuff they already feel, you might well be molding a newborn. You might, and because we all impacted, just like Ghetto said, when you see mom and daddy playing in the kitchen and and maybe hugging on each other and kissing and joking and stuff, it's putting something in here saying, that's kind of what I want too. So you
Right.
start looking for somebody who can afford you that, and that's it. But I got to get into this next conversation, y'all, because this is a little deep. We ain't just talking about dating grifting. We talking about grifting. We talking about it from all kinds of points of views, perspectives, from a whole lot of different stuff that's going on. And we're gonna do something I'm gonna do. We ain't gonna get into like super specific people. We're gonna vaguely kind of work around politics as well. But I'm gonna get into this next one, family, and we're gonna talk about it on the other side. Let's get it.
Elephant in the room is this, and that
Elephant in the room.
Yeah, the elephant in the room
Wow.
is that
Glad I'm alive.
okay. Well, this we have to deal with the elephant in the room, and the elephant in the
Pastor,
room.
I'm just be honest with you. Look,
your
I'm not
giving
finna come
is
up
not
here and
where
give
it's
y'all all
supposed
my
to be.
money that I make every month. I'm just sorry. I be fair.
Well, we're not looking for you to give
I
all
put
your
$20 a week, and then sometimes
think about
I
it.
feel good. I have
$20 a week is like giving a dollar.
Could I say something? Is that your 10% of your earnings?
That's my business. That's what it is. You get your 10%.
I wrote it down.
You get your 10%.
I wrote it down what you made.
Look here.
I wrote it what
Well,
you
she
made.
wrote what you make, and see, it does not reach.
Well, I just see. I got to
anything
just find
close
me.
to the
I'm
level.
not finna let y'all attack me.
Well, we're not.
Now, for anybody who wonder what's going on, this is a conversation about tithing. This is a conversation that's starting to have a bigger and bigger impact all across communities that tithe, and also some of these preachers, pastors, ministers, bishops, and all of this stuff. I ain't singling nobody out. I'm not calling any particular person or entity a grift. But what I am saying, if some conversations ain't had, these pews keep being empty on Wednesday night and Sunday morning. And if you grew up like how I grew up, Southern Pentecostal, it wasn't no day of the week where the church wasn't open. It was if it wasn't nothing but a business meeting. Imagine being a kid, got to go to a business meeting. You got to hurry up and finish your homework so y'all can go to business meeting. And you sitting there listening to the minutes and reading scripts and doing all of this. I'm comfortable having this conversation because can't nobody tell me how I grew up unless you were there with me, baby. I've been there, done that. I ain't saying it's all bad, but I ain't saying it's all good neither. It's a whole lot of institutions out here breaking down, family. It's a whole lot of things that ain't the way they used to be because we live in an ever-changing world. But I'm gonna let this conversation finish out. We're gonna talk about it on the other side.
You know, I know robbery strong arm.
Let me
you ain't finna rob me, and I'm agree to it.
Well, let's talk about robbery. In the book of Malachi, it talks about, will a man rob God? He said, yea, ye have robbed me in your tithes and offerings. You know, that's where you rob. That's where robbery happens.
Man, let me tell you something. I really don't even believe in the 10%. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I think that was man-made. You feel me? Because back then, when they came up with 10%, ain't nobody had jobs. So where the money come up with 10% at?
Who told you folk didn't have jobs?
What job was? Everybody paying everybody with apples and oranges and bananas.
They had jobs. They had livestock. They had.
And I gotta say this too. I gotta stop it right there because I gotta say something about what the brother just said. Y'all know there is some poor folk in the world. Now, in my little country, small town, Southern church, everybody didn't always have money. I grew up in a place where people used to bake cakes and set them up on the altar, on the community table as tithing. Hell, sometimes my mama did it because we didn't have enough to give. I grew up in a place where somebody might just cover somebody else's water bill. I used to see peas sitting in the church. I used to see commodities because I came up in the area where folk were eating government cheese on a regular, government peanut butter,
That's
and
some
all
good
of that
cheese.
stuff. That used to be what commodities was. But now everything all about money. And what y'all watching right now, this whole conversation is centered around why he didn't give his rack. I ain't put the whole thing on here. It's a whole lot of variations and cuts to this video. I just took one for the purpose of this content and this conversation. But the church mad at bruh because he didn't give a whole stack this month. And folks wonder why people leaving. Folks wondering why people turning to alternative perspectives and this and that and whatever, and why so many pews empty. It's a different world. I grew up in the church, but a whole lot of what I see right now, baby, that ain't the church I grew up in. Let me get back to it. Let's get it, family.
What black folks you know had livestock?
Don't have to be black.
They had a half a pig with one leg.
Don't have to be black folk, but black folks had livestock all throughout.
The ones that had sense.
You got to pay them.
You probably had it.
You gonna have to pay them guys.
I didn't have it.
Let me share this. Let me share this with you because I'm not gonna go back and forth with you about
and I'm not neither.
Some money because the church is well taken care of before you came. We're trying to allow you to be blessed because the blessings of the Lord, according to Deuteronomy,
giving my money away, Pastor ain't gonna bless me.
Okay.
You're not giving it away. You doing what God say do with it. You're not giving it away.
You got a chair and a desk in there too?
I don't need nothing to tell you the
Let
truth.
me share with you what happens normally when people don't tithe. When people don't tithe, normally they'll end up being sick. They'll take it to the doctor. They'll take it to the dentist. And
that's why I tithe.
Because God is going to eventually get his.
That's why I tithe.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
give it to him, he gonna get it some way. Somewhere. Car breakdown, hospital, child.
Well, I bought the car from you.
Where? Is it still up?
Yeah, it's still up.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, it shouldn't break down. I bought it from you. You the one sold me the car. Y'all is a part of all my life.
Yeah.
I'm getting into the position in front of my position in front.
I'm gonna get to my panel here in a minute. I just got to say, I got to say this real quick, fast. Family, I done in the course of my life, because I did grow up Southern Pentecostal, so I can speak on what I done lived through. Baby, I'm gonna tell you something. As far as tithing goes, in our little small church, I used to have everything. I got tutored one time for a whole couple of months as a form of tithing. My mama done cooked for people as a form of tithing. People would come over to each other's house and do stuff for one another as a form of tithing because they just didn't have the monetary resources. So we started out because of Game Nerd Mom, what she put, we started off on the dating tip, but we got a couple of things we're going to talk about tonight, baby. And a grift is a grift. A hustle is a hustle. And it is what it is, in my humble opinion. Some stuff got to be called out. It's gonna continue. It is what it is. So with that being said, family, I'm gonna pass it on over to the chat. And I want y'all to talk. We got okay. I see you backstage. You can turn your camera off if you want to, or you can stay up. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring you up.
Man, I can see how
you ready? Okay, all right. Welcome up. Hey, Ghetto, I'm gonna start with the new guest, and then I'm gonna go.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, ladies first, huh?
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Nicole.
Hi.
How you doing? Welcome in.
Thank you. Thank you for having this format and everything.
Yes, ma'am.
I like this. This topic is very interesting and very needed. Definitely right now in the YouTube spaces for our people, because there's a lot of grifting going on.
Yes, ma'am. In my
Yes,
opinion.
yes. And our ability to understand, um, I think that we are a social people. And because of that, we've gotten away from being a social community. And since that is gone, people have gone to more virtual living and operating. And it's kind of left a void in our community. So a lot of people go online to socialize, to be social. And they think that these people are very they're thinking that these people are genuine people. You know what I'm saying? They
Hmm.
can't tell the
Hmm.
difference. They can't tell the difference between who is sincere or not. You can't you're not with this person. You know what I'm saying? You just see this person online. And I don't know. It's almost like the perfect place to grift. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Online because you can't see these people all the time. You can't see
Right.
what these people are doing. It's easier to manipulate more people. I just seen a girl get $11 million out of people in donations just off of saying, like crazy things about her being pregnant by somebody that was famous or what have you. $11 million. You
Dang,
know what
I'm
I'm
the
saying?
pappy.
Like the
I'll be the pappy of
GoFundMe
that
stuff.
baby.
Oh, what was that?
I'm sorry. I was being stupid. I just said I'll be the pappy of that baby. $11
For
million.
11 mil. Yeah.
Right.
Sorry. My bad. My bad. I'm inappropriate.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like people right now, the relationship scene is very difficult, it's very hard to navigate through. And I think that parents and your community were actually looking out for you when getting in relationships and contributing to relationships. And if you don't have that community, you don't have that family, you have all these people out here just looking for what? You know what I'm saying? They're just open targets. And
Mm-hmm.
majority of the panels and things that I hear is you hear a lot of pain and a lot of people going through. And that's another thing is you don't need to get online telling everybody your business because they can manipulate it and use it against you. You know what I'm saying? But people are so desperate for, I don't know, it's either attention or to be heard or to be seen or maybe validated. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of the stuff they talk about is trauma bonding, but it's just very hard to there's a lot of hurt people and a lot of lonely people. And that's opening up a gateway for all of these things to just come in, swoop in, and just snatch up every vulnerable person that is ready and willing to, love Jesus or whether that be, a relationship with the Lord or if it's, a relationship with someone else, a significant other. And so it's just, this is a good topic to have. So thanks.
No, yeah. I thank you for your perspective and your viewpoints. I don't disagree. I think oftentimes I ponder sometimes when I'm reading either older literature or I just might sit back and uh be out in a pasture somewhere just looking at the goats and my mind kind of free because they take care of themselves for the most part. And I just get to thinking and I see everything that's going on and it make me wonder what is this going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now? And something else that you touched on, there are so many things that used to be a certain way that are no longer that way. I don't think that technology, the internet, or the influence that it provides is going nowhere no time soon. And you literally have, I'm gonna say two generations. Because I don't know if y'all seen some of these 14 and 15-year-olds right now up here. They grown and not grown at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like they know more about the world they live in than you do, but at the same time, they don't have the reasoning and the life experience to always make the best decisions. With that being said, where in the hell we gonna be 20 years from now, fam? As far as like values, morals, norms, customs, all of that's it's a different word. But ghetto, I'm gonna go to you, bro, and then I'm gonna go to Game Nerd Mall.
Well, hold on a second. Let me introduce y'all to somebody real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is my dog Duke, right? Now the importance of this actual show right now in him is I ended up grifting a grifter, right? So this dude, he he lived by me, and he breeds German shepherds. And anyways, long story short, he ended up
No, you good, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead.
he ended up getting this boy right here delivered to me. I met him here on YouTube, but I seen how he was doing people. He's all about uh, child vulnerabilities. You know how people get hurt when they're a child. He's a veteran. You know, Trump this, God this. No disrespect, Papa. But y'all know what I'm talking about. He used every single angle, and he had all these lonely people sending them money, sending them dog food, sending them all kinds of stuff. Well, what he would do is he'll give out these dogs, right? He'll charge like $1,200, or
Yeah.
he'd end up giving you the dog, but he's
Uh-huh.
always expecting something back. You know what I mean? Like expecting something back, expecting something back. Well, I found out, you know, he had basically he had a bad ring going on with the animals and stuff. And anyways, if you ask me, I saved this dog. But my point is as soon as he gave me the dog, it's like, hey man, can I get this? Hey man, I ain't got nothing to give you, man. You gave this to me for free. I didn't think there was anything attached. Now me and him are still cool. I mean, we still all right. We still dudes, but at the same time, he kind of, you know, grinned at me. He's like, yeah, I couldn't get over on you, huh? I'm like, no, sir, you couldn't. You know, we had a mutual respect for each other pretty much.
Right. Right.
But I'm talking like this dude, he'll just bring up one thing like, hey, I ain't got no electricity. This dude got like $22,000 in the bank, and that's all he had to do because he's got all these, oh, sorry for political, but ultra right, Trump supporting, God fearing, you know, y'all know the
Yeah.
type. I'm
Right.
trying to
Right.
word it
Right.
right, but y'all know the type, and they're like, here you go. But that he's a professional grifter, and you know, more power to him if he's able to do it. I don't like it. I can't do it. I'm finna take advantage of you if I see you taking advantage of me or somebody that I love, and I'm gonna try to let people know that hey, you're being taken advantage of. But yeah, I'm sorry I went on a different tangent, man. But you know,
No, you good, bro.
God used
It's
a
all
grift.
part of the conversation.
Yeah, God used a grift, shoot, for my family's benefit, and I'm still loving it because
That's
there's
what.
other little ladies. I have a friend that still gives him like $200 a month, and all he did was gave her a free dog, right? But for the last
Mm-hmm.
18 months, she's been giving him $200 a month. I'm like, that's way more than. Well, he gave it to me for free, and you know what I mean. Like it's just a set up Ponzi scheme. You can't
Right.
hustle. You can't out hustle a hustler. It ain't gonna happen.
At all. At all.
I'm not gonna try to hustle nobody, but you're not gonna go out of your way to try to hustle me or my family. It's just not. No,
Exactly. Exactly. And
no.
and we've had so many people to support us, support what we do as far as the kids and the schools, and
Hmm.
even just us personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this was a lick for us, the last thing I would get on here talk about is grifting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I know there are people. Hey, what's up, Wellness with Frugal Mama? I think I saw somebody else. I spoke to Growing Out the Box. I got to get back to some of the comments. If I missed anybody, I apologize, but I'm gonna get over there in a minute. But yeah, family, it's so hard because the worst person in the world to ruin is somebody who had the best intentions towards you because you scarred them potentially forever. That goes for relationships, that goes for your church relationship, your political relationship, your all kinds of stuff, family. All kinds of stuff, man. You know, and for those who do believe in that on that level, it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may be in another life, but baby, I believe I'm gonna have to reap what I sow. I
Yeah.
take how I treat people and what I do to people very seriously because I just don't want that juju. I don't want that energy. I don't want nothing placed upon me because of ill behavior once I know better. Do I have transgressions in my youth? Absolutely. But as a grown man sitting up here doing people wrong just because I can, it just ain't in my heart. It just ain't in my heart. But game nerd mom, go ahead, sister. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just I'm stuffing my face, so y'all was good. I was good being quiet.
What
But
what you eating over there?
I'm eating sloppy Joe, something real simple. That's what my son
Okay,
requested.
okay.
So we eating sloppy Joe, I guess.
That sounds good.
Sound good, man.
But since she's eating, I'd like to say that that's how we tithe in my church, man. It's all about community. That's what gives back to the community. The pastor and the priest, and me and my homeboy getting all kind of arguments about this, but if the pastor or the priest ain't already got a job before he takes that pulpit, he shouldn't be on that pulpit. And forgive me, people who don't believe that. That's my opinion. But he should not be up there just to get dollar bills in his pocket. The community or giving my time to you. I don't talk about nothing in my real life for a reason. I like psyops, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
through the church, you got to give back to your community, especially our kids, but or our elderlies. But at the end of the day, that is tithing. In God's eye, in my God's eyes, that's tithing. God don't need money. He don't need these pretty old gold churches and stuff neither. He needs your
Right.
time. He needs your soul. He needs you to invest back into other people so they can see the image of him. That's it. Not the
Right.
image of
That's it.
Benjamin Franklin.
Right.
Well said. Well,
In the
go ahead.
in the Bible,
Yes.
sorry about that. The biblically, the tithe first started out in Leviticus. The tithe is it's like food. You know what I'm saying? It's food.
Mm-hmm.
You're tithing your fruit, your cows, goats. You know what I'm saying? Lamb. It's in Leviticus 27:30 through 33. I mean, I went to a prosperity type of preaching type of church when I was in college, and through college, silly times where you just heard all kinds of things, but um you can give next time somebody say sow a seed, you can bring seeds up there and give them some watermelon seeds or some pumpkin seeds, and somebody want some real seeds, because those the seeds, you know what I'm saying, that
Mm-hmm.
they need to have. You know what I'm saying? As far as in the money in the cars and stuff, that's crazy. I mean, I've seen thousands and thousands of dollars
Right.
be given to, you know, pastors, events like $25,000, $40,000, and raising $70,000. So, um, and it really
Yeah.
didn't build the community that was around them. You know what I'm saying? The tithe was to help the widow and the orphans, and it's to feed the priest, yes, but it was also supposed to help those people that were in need. You know what I'm saying? In the
Mm-hmm.
community,
Of
in
course.
the Israel community. That's what it was originally for. I don't know where in the world we got this other stuff. Some pastors and stuff, they got all these nice cars and they don't even have a food pantry. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have,
Mm.
you know, they don't even give cans and groceries away. I mean, there is nothing, literally nothing. And they're not even telling their own parishioners to even prepare for anything. Some people just walking around just spending whatever they got. You know what I'm saying? Just wasting all their money on just living fancy and fly, and you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
showing off or stunting on people, where that is not anywhere in any scripture. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I think
Right.
this is the time for discernment, or something like double portion, triple portion discernment to, when you listen to anybody, on YouTube or even in reality, to have those type of skills to be like, oh, okay, something is out of, on Sesame Street. Remember, one of these things is doing its own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like this,
Right. Right. Right.
something is not right, and being able to listen to that and discern, like, something isn't right about this. Something's not right about what these people are saying. Like, that's what came to me about that. Pearl lady situation, it's people that like they will spit fire at you and try to cuss you out if you talk about that lady. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
Right.
the mind is like, it's a terrible thing to just not just waste, but not to be attentive, because right now it's just mind games left and right being played on people.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it happens, and I got something else. I'm going one more, and I'm glad you said everything you said because it ties right into what is coming up next. I want to shout out CP Family Foreman. Thank you for being in here. Uh, RJ Funches. I hope I ain't missed nobody else. I think I got everybody. Thank y'all for being in here. Welcome in. Welcome in. I want to say, did I speak to Wellness with Frugal Mama? I hope I spoke to Wellness with Frugal Mama. I hope I did. My apologies if I didn't. I'm gonna get to what CP Family said. I'm gonna play something real quick, fam. I'm on the other side, and let me get that going. Now, this is from a very prominent pastor. I ain't gonna say his name. Y'all might be able to tell by the voice, but I'm just gonna get into this. And this is his apology. And we're gonna talk about it a little more, and then we're gonna get back over to the other side. I mean, we're gonna talk about it on the other side. Let's get it. Let's see here. Hold on. I thought I had it ready. That's my bad, y'all. I almost got it. Y'all give me a second.
It's good. You running the whole show here. You're doing good.
I'm trying to. I thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, let's get into it. Some of y'all may recognize this. Excuse me. Connected to iPad 2. Okay, hold on. Recognize his voice. Let's see.
I want to start off by saying to you that I'm still growing.
Oh.
And that the teachings that I've shared in times past on the subject of tithing were not correct. And today I stand in humility to correct some things that I've taught for years and believed for years, but could never understand it clearly because I had not yet been confronted with the gospel of grace, which has made the difference. I won't apologize because if it wasn't for me going down that route, I would have never ended up where I am right now. But I will say that I have no shame at all at saying to you, throw away every book, every tape, and every video I ever did on the subject of tithing.
My goodness. Some of y'all know who that was. Some of y'all recognize that voice. Nah. But I just want to say, if y'all could, and let me ask, so could y'all hear that? Could y'all hear that good?
Yes, I can hear it clear.
Okay. A very prominent pastor, with what many deem and call a mega church, if you will. The conversation tonight is when the grift be real strong. I ain't got nothing. Nobody probably won't. Unless you want some of this land over here and maybe an animal or two, some corn, some beans, some whatever. And he came back and boy apologized and said his thing, and that's between him and his parishioners. I'm not one of his parishioners. But how many people didn't pay a bill before you figured that out? How many people went without before you figured that out?
Mm-hmm.
Why was your Gulf Stream that you had not good enough. I'm gonna stop there before I get too deep in it because I'm gonna say something. We gonna go deeper with it. But look here, family. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. It don't matter, Miss Nicole. Game nerd mom. Ghetto. Y'all, whoever want to go first, y'all set it off.
Okay. I can um it's a few things. If you are sincere, I mean I know who that is. I even
Mm-hmm.
been to his look, I had some of his CDs in college. That's who my teacher used to my pastor used to listen to him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And um the I don't if you are humbly trying to repent and you're coming and saying something that you were wrong about, to say um to say I'm not
Uh-uh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. She dropped off. You more than welcome to come back and finish your thoughts, sister. I appreciate you. Uh
Yeah,
Ghetto,
please do.
you still here? Game nerd mom, you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. I had something going on while he was talking. I get my ears
Uh,
already turned off once I hear that dude talks anyhow. But
nah, you good, bro.
so I'm not all the way caught up. I'm listening to what you're
Yeah.
saying though. He was apologizing basically for taking people's money or
Yeah.
something. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Then an apology would be, all right, I'm getting out the limelight. You know what I mean? Like, here's all my money. I mean, the dude's gonna do what he's gonna do, but if he if somebody did something like that and you're talking millions of dollars,
Oh
then
man. Oh
you
man.
know get
Yeah.
that money back. Just give it back. That's
Yeah.
a good apology right there. Give it back. Not sit there and tell me in your $3,000 suit that you sorry that you took my money, even though I had to pay my water bill, but yet you got some new gators on. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Nicole, welcome back. Welcome back. I want to say this. Growing up Southern Pentecostal, uh, I didn't just call my pastor. I almost never call him pastor. I call him elder, what his name was, and I
Yep.
also call him Papa because our pastor as a child, the dude that when I was in church like that, I remember this dude being so intimate in my life. He may as well have been a relative because the church wasn't so big that security wouldn't keep me from ever touching you physically.
Right, right.
I was so close to this man and his wife and his family that I spent a whole bunch of them summers on his farm learning how to dig up potatoes and watch out for them fire ants, learning how to grow corn, tomatoes, and everything else that come with farming a little bit. And also, back in them days, we used to ride 3-wheelers more than 4-wheelers. I think they were so dangerous they almost don't even make them no more. But it was a whole bunch of country riding 3-wheeling folk out there, and so it saddens me a little bit when I see how things are now. And I'm gonna get back to Nicole because Nicole brought up that word, that prosperity part of it. But I had a man that did everything from fix our roof. I'm talking about with his own hands, not hiring a company to come out, with his own hand. Being a part of my family, just like that's why we can't be here for forever because it's always somebody else's turn, baby. This is always somebody else's world. And everything we talk about tonight, some of us may leave a little educated from it, some of us may leave frustrated or a little confused. But baby, I just so much going on. I just I'm gonna stop that right there. Nicole, finish your thoughts, sister. I'm sorry. Welcome back. Welcome
oh
back.
no, thank you. Um the thing is that the prosperity preaching and messages are off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And there is scripture that they're gonna get their restitution in I don't know if it's Isaiah or Jeremiah, but it's the woe to those shepherds who lead the most high flock astray. Okay. He's playing down here, but he's leading people in a bad way, and he really doesn't believe the Bible, or he would have fear when he approached the Most High's children. And that's
Yeah.
also a sign that you should run quickly from those type of people. But the arrogance of it all, if a person, even in the scripture, it says in Exodus 22, even if you steal a sheep or you do something to somebody else's sheep, for you to get up and say, oh, yes, I killed your sheep, I laid it aside, I charged you, this was too much, there is a thing called restitution. You are to give
Mm-hmm.
restitution. Anybody with an ounce of humility or some type of humbleness wouldn't get up there and just it almost sounds like he is bragging at the fact of, oh, well, if I wouldn't have did it, I'm glad I charged all y'all this money for these products. They all was lies. It wasn't true. None of it was true. But by the way, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it because it taught me what? It taught you that it was a lie? Like it taught you what? What did it teach you? What did it teach us though? What did it teach us? What did it teach the people that actually did it? That's the lesson that need to be learned. You know what I'm saying? When he steps
Right.
up peacocking, because that's what he's doing is
Mm-hmm.
peacocking. Well,
It's heavy out there, sis. It's heavy, and I hope all parties involved learn the lesson and not be forever discouraged. But like so many people have said over in this chat right now, there is always a it's a blessing in every lesson, and sometimes you get yours in the most unlikely places, but you just sit back, observe, see things for what they are, and your place might be in a small it ain't got to be a small town or out in the country. It could be in the big city, but a small church, but everything you see, taste, touch, and smell and feel and hear speaks to your heart in a deeper, more profound way. And it ain't for show, it ain't for the looks, it ain't
Right.
for all the things that the world is turning into. But I want to shout out John 74 Guava, brother. Welcome in. Dave Busby, thank you for being here, family. More people in the chat saying, look here, man. Tithes is whatever you can give. Tithes might be your heart, your sweat equity, your your kindness, babysitting for somebody. Like if you a real community, there are so many different ways that tithing can be implemented and relayed. What about 10% of your time? What if you
Exactly.
what sister, whatever her last name was, used to do for me as far as tutoring goes? After she done worked all day, and sometimes it was in the evening and sometimes it was on the weekend, she got a full-time life, got her own kids, full-time job. That was her form of giving. But I know Game Nerd Mom was over there getting her grub on. Game Nerd Mom, you got anything to add before we go to the next topic of conversation? So I won't keep y'all too long.
Oh yeah, I was gonna piggyback off of what she said. What's your name, Maria? Is that what it was?
Nicole.
Nicole.
Nicole. Okay, I know I had the wrong name. Dang it, my bad. But what I wanted to say is, she was saying like he was almost bragging about it. It's like a lot of people don't have empathy anymore. Like no one has the capacity to feel for other people or put themselves in the next person's shoes. And I feel like that plays a big role in why things like this keep happening, because people have no sense of empathy. You can't, how do you feel bad about something when you can't even put yourself in the position of somebody else? So That's all I want to say.
But couldn't he have also been furthering the grift because he was playing off of other people's empathy by saying, "Hey, I'm sorry." Now these other people are like, "Oh my God, he's got a lot of courage to come out and admit that. Oh my goodness, let me still help him out because he's just got a lot of courage to show his faults while he's still smiling and still grifting."
See, look, that's a good. I like that, but that's also where the other thing she said comes into play is discernment. You gotta
Right.
have
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
deeper understanding of discernment, not only towards other people, but within yourself. That's my son, yo. Sorry. He likes to be loud, especially when I have a microphone on for some reason. Kids be kidding. So so I was talking about this, I think on my TikTok or something, about having discernment within yourself too. You gotta look within yourself sometimes and realize that sometimes this is not a thing that's triggering you. This is people showing you who they are. And sometimes I think a lot of times people get that confused about being triggered or if something's actually wrong here. And we don't have that inner what's the word I'm looking for? Like your intuition. A lot of people aren't in tune with their intuition, and I think that
Yeah.
causes a lot.
It's an artificial world. Did I go mute?
We can't hear you. You're on mute.
I'm driving, so I took a
I'm
break
doing like,
for a second.
yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing
Go
like
ahead.
3 different things. Liz B made a real good point. No empathy, no compassion, no respect. This world is sad. It seems to be growing with all 3 of those things, and everything like that. I'm gonna tell y'all, family. Uh, I don't know where it's going. I think I see where it's going, but I can't prove it. So that's where I start and where I stop. But you know, to what y'all said, it's most people out here in this world worry about how they gonna eat, how they gonna pay for this, how they gonna pay for that, whether it be insurance, mortgage, rent, car note, car insurance, cell phone bill, cell phone insurance. If you would sit down and just write down on a piece of paper all the things that you literally have to go through and pay for just so you can be basic. Because that's another word people like throwing out, basic. Everybody, nobody wants to be mediocre. I'm mediocre as hell. I don't mind saying it. I'm just an old country boy living in Africa. Super simple life. Damn near never been happier. With that being said, we got so much on our plate, so much we got to do. I can't help but think about some of the folks who sacrificed everything they had. Meanwhile, there are persons like that, and I don't want to pick on that man in particular, but you ain't missed a meal in your adult life. You might have never have had worry over where your next paycheck or where your next mortgage or where your next car note were coming from. Because once you reach the status of private jets, you're probably doing good. And even if you fall from grace, baby, you can go buy you a condo and live out the rest of your life and still be okay if you had any kind of sense at all. But what did other people lose? Like y'all talked about, like y'all discussed. Now we're gonna come back to this conversation. We can get back to this in a little bit, but I gotta get to something else. There's been a lot of talk about the environment, about the climate, what state it's in, the way it's changing, how it's changing, how is this gonna go, what is gonna be the impact of it, what's gonna result of it. Family, if y'all my age, because I know I'm the oldest one up here on this panel. I know I'm all y'all youngsters up here. I appreciate y'all coming up. Look here. I grew up hearing my whole life, from probably elementary all the way through adulthood, just how overpopulated, overcrowded, lack of resources, lack of this, and lack of that. And it's just too many people. It's too many doggone people. It's too many freaking people. What is us gonna do? How's this us gonna survive? I'm gonna play y'all some from one of, if not the, at least beknownst to us, richest persons on the planet, on the doggone face of the earth. And we're gonna talk about it on the other side. But yeah, I'm gonna stop there before I go too far. We gonna listen to this family, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it. What's up, Campbell's Creations? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in.
To mankind right now. I see the biggest threat.
Let me hold on a minute. I see the biggest threat right now. Hold on. Let me preface it a little bit. The biggest threat to mankind right now. Now, this whole overpopulation argument is what I was talking about. The world is so overpopulated, so overcrowded, so this, so that. What is us gonna do? How we gonna fix it? How we gonna make it better? Do we got to get rid of some cats or what? What's happening? What's going on? What's real? What's real? This is one of the richest people on the planet talking about something that I have said and felt and believed for years. But here we go.
What do you think is the biggest threat to mankind right now?
I'd say the biggest threat right now is population collapse.
Don't we have an overpopulation problem?
No, we have an underpopulation problem.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that is a very common misconception. I would have never.
It's a very common misconception. What we face is population collapse.
Huh.
Collapse. Like, people have no idea how fast the population is going to collapse. Like, one metric to track is the ratio of adult diapers to baby diapers. And like Japan went past that point over 10 years ago. Like, a low growth rate is a slow death for a civilization. I'd rather civilization went out with a bang than a whimper in adult diapers.
What's a bang?
Bang would be World War III.
What do you think's the biggest?
Now, I took that clip, that section from that podcast, from that particular podcast. And yes, if any of y'all recognize the voice, is who you think it was. Now, that type of conversation is growing and growing and growing and becoming more and more frequent. I want y'all to really, really think about what's happening, how it's going, what's going, and what's happening and how it's going. Is matter of fact, I'm gonna let I want to hear the ladies' opinion. Nicole up here. I don't know where Ghetto went, and Game Nerd Mom up here. I'm gonna let the ladies go, and then I'll jump in as well.
I can go ahead and go since I've been quiet for a good second. I'll finally situate. But I kind of agree. If you look at the numbers, it's definitely true. The population is on the downside for sure. As far as population collapse, I haven't looked into it that much, but to be honest, do I blame people for not having children? Is it also no, I don't blame people for not having children. Look at the state of our world. Yeah, no, I don't blame people for having that stance. And also, I think a lot of that also has to do with the current laws. If you know, I don't want to say too much. The restrictions probably have to play a big part in why those kind of laws got implemented. It's That's a touchy subject right there, talking about population. I definitely agree. I don't think there's an overpopulation problem. We have plenty of space. We just don't utilize it. We don't utilize our resources properly. We waste a lot of food. There's a lot of resources that get wasted. We could definitely support our current population and probably a bigger population on this earth globally. We just we don't use our resources properly. That's just as far as here in the United States. I'm not exactly sure
Right.
how other parts of the world, run their governments or their countries and stuff like that. But here in the United States, I know we don't use our resources correctly to benefit everybody or take care of people. So that's all I have to say about that. You can go ahead and go, Nicole.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you. Yeah, you made some good points there. I definitely have been talking about this for a long time. There are a lot of college. I went to college. I graduated from college, and I noticed um, that I had my mom had 8 kids, and it's 11 of us all together.
Oh wow.
With my dad,
Wow.
yes. So
Yeah.
I grew up in a big family, and I wanted like 5 kids, but I didn't have any kids, and I can see there that is a trend of people not wanting to have big families. You know what I'm saying? I loved it. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? I was the third child out of
Mm-hmm.
the 11. And people's attitudes towards children is not right. Like their mindset and how they even think of kids is not even correct. People don't want to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? They are more inward and more selfish. When I was younger, you had to like you wanted to take care of your brothers and sisters. That was your job. That's what you was doing. We not asking questions about this. It's not this ain't a test. You know what I'm saying? This what you do in a family. This is what you do. You contribute. But it goes back to that thing of it's like a mindset of people living in silos. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like everybody is their own entity. Like I'm not talking to you. I have nothing to do with you. But um this
Mm-hmm.
has been through advertising and music and changing up culture about, it's just about gratification or not about procreation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And being able to build homes and build families is gotten out of that. And you can tell the kids don't even play outside anymore. They just play in a room on a video game. You know what I'm saying? They don't even play with one another. And you can see that in the elder population, the older people. It used to be you were always at grandma's house or going over to grandma's
Right.
house helping grandma with stuff. You wasn't asking. I had to mow my grandma's lawn. We was out there doing other stuff. You don't do
Right.
that anymore. And it's going to I don't think we are realizing it as much of it now, where a lot of people are distracted. That's why it said they talk about this is like the bread and circuses, like to distract you from paying attention to what is really happening. But it's just almost like the society is collapsing on itself. The older people are all going to, they're retiring or in nursing homes, and the nursing homes can't find anybody to work there to help the elderly people in there. You see what I'm saying? It's
Right.
not it's
Right.
not been enough people. Because I know I didn't have kids. It's a lot of people like me that wanted kids, but they didn't find anybody. You know what I'm saying? And so those are kids that are not here. Those are teenagers that are not here. That's young adults that are not here contributing to society, and that matters. And we're gonna see it shortly. That's why I think they're letting migrants in, because the society cannot sustain itself the way that we're operating. You can't sustain. The one has to, replenish the next one. And we're not
Yep.
understanding that. We've been distracted with all of the shiny toys, you know what I'm saying, and entertainment, and not really focused on the right things. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that actually
Yeah.
matter, that will be left over when you go away. You all of those other people that are gone, they are here. You know what I'm saying? They're in your
Yep.
actions. They're in how you treat one another. And if
Yeah.
if you're not touching people in that way, you're just here gathering up toys that will go to Goodwill when you're dead and gone. I mean, it's just
Wow.
you're not really
Absolutely.
living meaningful, you know what I'm saying, and purposeful. And I think that is because the kids aren't here, because children are here. They give you the meaning and things that you're supposed to work for. We're trying to sector those things. I don't know, like compartmentalize those things out of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not it's not working. We are going to collapse.
Yeah, wow, that's you hit on some real strong points, sis. And I'm gonna say, I think that if you will look at other countries, this is something that is uniquely more profound in the states and in more developed countries because of a lot of what you just alluded to. Meanwhile, um, the country of if we're going, I ain't gonna throw out country names. I'll say this: there is one in particular, uh, and I got to get to something game nerd mom said, and it all goes together. So she alluded to she thinks the world is bigger than we led to believe it is. I'm gonna say absolutely
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I can fly for damn near 27 hours at almost 600 miles an hour before I get where I'm going, baby, it's a whole lot of something in between that. It's a whole
Yeah.
lot of land. It's a whole lot of water. Wrap your mind around that. If you fly from the east coast of the U.S. to anywhere in Africa, almost, but especially going from that east coast to this east coast, that's literally almost a 30-hour flight by itself. And you moving at almost 600 miles an hour, 530, 580, whatever miles an hour plus. It's
I
a
was gonna
big,
say,
I'm sorry?
Go ahead. I was just gonna say I looked up flights to go to Africa because that's one of my things I want to do. And yeah, it's over 24 hours. So yeah,
Yeah, it's
bro.
a big world out here. That was my biggest point. It's a big world out here. We don't know what all out there unless you done been there and seen it yourself. So with that being said, that's the part that uh uh Game Nerd Mom has said, and then to allude to what you said, there's a country over here, one of the bigger countries over here is population wise almost as big as densely populated as a country like China, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the average age over here is 16 to 25 years, no, 15 to 26 years old, depending on which source you draw from and which metric you get. What I'm saying is, it's almost like what happened with that same country that I just previously mentioned earlier. There was a time where there were so many people, you weren't allowed to have more than one child. You weren't allowed to do this. You weren't allowed to do that. All of that's been reversed because measures set in place ended up catching up. And I'll just leave it at that. Sometimes the same things can repeat themselves in other forms in other places. I've never not heard my whole life, oh, it ain't enough food for everybody, it ain't enough water for everybody, it ain't enough this, it ain't enough that. And guess what, people? And because everything is about business, money, business, money, business, money. And guess what? Like Game Their Mom said, and as you alluded to, people stop reproducing. They stop making those carbon copies of themselves for a myriad of different reasons. And then you end up with the little bitty tiny shrinking by the day society. Who's going to replace that? But to get back to the name, when the grift is strong, when it's real, you got to ask yourself, who gonna win? Who winning from this? Whether you winning on this side of the argument or whether you winning on that side of the argument, somebody outside of you is winning. And what all else will it lead to? If it's too many people, then maybe should nobody never drive a diesel no more. If it's too many people, maybe should nobody never put no gas in their car no more. If it's too many people, maybe you need to give me $7 a month for the greenhouse fund. So because it's just too many of y'all. So since it's so many, I'm gonna hit you over here and I'm gonna hit you over there. Somebody win in some kind of way.
It ain't us.
It ain't us, but somebody win. It's real out here, family. It's real out here. Look here, I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. We got 12 minutes left. My man, Ghetto back up in here. Thank you, Nicole, for coming up. We got Game Nerd Mom on the panel. Since my man stepped down and came back, I'm gonna start with you.
You
Go
good?
ahead,
I was
bro.
just going to add to what you guys were already talking about. I mean, you say
Go
you're on
for
you say you on a time crunch, but don't worry, y'all. We'll be here another hour or two. Don't even trip.
Not tonight, bro. Not tonight.
But no, I was agreeing with the ladies. If you just look at the population of the earth, right? But not just that, we all are essentially in camps, and I'm talking about societies as a whole. If you look over in China, there's 1 billion people over there, right? Then why is it they
Plus,
only take up 25% of the land in China? That don't make no sense, right? I mean, you got 1 billion people and they're only taking up that much land. I mean, it's probably a little bit more, but my point
yeah.
is like they have the majority of the population on the planet. You'll see that we're all in certain spots. Like the United States,
Mm-hmm.
we only take up like what 3% of the land in the United States. Man, there's enough resources. There's enough for everybody. But I do agree, at least in our country, about how we stop having babies, how our generation. I believe it started with the nuclear families. They started destroying the nuclear families, and you was muted, Nicole. I didn't. I seen you saying something. Sorry.
Oh, you can keep going.
Oh, okay. I seen you say something. I'm like, wait. And forgive me for saying this, y'all. I mean, I'm obviously not of y'all's race, but I believe that they experimented on that with y'all's race in this country. They formulated a plan to absolutely destroy the nuclear family, and then they brought it to all the other races. You know what I mean? Just like so many other things, they experimented on y'all first, and then they put it out there for the whole entire public. And I believe that's what we're being subject to now is all races, or the nuclear family is completely annihilated. Not in my household, that ain't gonna happen. But
Mm-hmm.
and it's detrimental to us, society,
Yep.
population, all of it. It really is, because it gives us less of us, and we need more of us if we're gonna go against them. Even if they're only a small pocket of people, we need more of us with that foundation of God, love, respect, integrity, all of them. We don't have none of that no more.
Well, I don't disagree with your sentiment, bro. I'm gonna say this too, man. That's why even though it ain't likely to happen, it ain't happened by now. Totally, it's gotten better in some ways and worse in others. But I'm gonna say this: whoever you in a position in this life, whether you doing it deliberately or not, if you find yourself, whether you born into it or you grinded and worked for it your whole life, anybody who you in a position to look down at or gaze upon, and you feel that they are beneath you in some way, and I'm not talking about the projected little back and forth. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when it comes to more traditional struggles, race, primarily gender. Y'all listen to what Ghetto just said. Anything that happened to somebody else the day before can happen to you today. And all other people who ain't paying attention, what happened to them today could be you tomorrow. I agree with everything that man just said. It's always somebody else's turn. It's always somebody else's turn. When you think it can't be you, when you think you race be damned, because it's a whole bunch of black folk, it's a whole bunch of white folk, be it based on people in general, based on their socioeconomic status, their level of education. It's a whole bunch of people who feel like they've arrived. Somebody else yesterday is your ass tomorrow. Listen to me
Amen.
now. Believe me later on. I'm going to say it again. Listen to me now. Believe me later on, because it's always somebody else's turn. Anything that you think can't happen to you, you're not above. And any circumstances you think can't befall you, you're not above. Keep living. Keep living. And this whole concept of you know what, I'll say that for the closing. I'll say that because I'll close out. I'm gonna get over to I'm gonna start with Game Nerd Mom, and then I'm gonna go down to Nicole. Y'all tell everybody about y'all channels, what y'all do, and what y'all got going on. And so I can't keep y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all here all night.
My
Game
name
Nerd
is.
Mom.
Oh,
Okay, I thought you still working on that sloppy Joe girl. Hero.
nope, it's gone. It's gone now. It's gone. It's disappeared like magic. But I just do mostly gardening on my channel. I come over here and be over here with African Dreaming and his beautiful wife, talking with y'all
Thank you.
topic. I think that's the only channel I do this kind of regularly on.
Oh, thank you.
You always have some good topics. I love the content. So, go ahead and give them subscribe if you haven't already, and a thumbs up,
Thank
y'all.
you, sister. We appreciate you.
And
Appreciate it.
that's mostly on my channel. All I do is y'all just riding along with me on my homesteading journey, trying to find my forever homestead. I'm not there yet, but we gonna get there.
That is. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Thank you for that, sister. I appreciate your kind words. And Miss Nicole, now this your first time coming up. Now I want you to talk to people, but this your first time. You first off, you got to tell me how you even know who we is, what's going on, what why you even interested in African dreaming, and then you gonna get into the rest of it. But I got to know. I got to know.
You got to know. I think how the connection started is I always watch Land Farmer because I'm trying to get on a homesteading and get land and buy land and live off the land. So
That's what's up.
uh definitely I was listening to his, and I think had he had like posted up a video from this one couple. I was just looking for their video. I can't find them anymore, but they had just cleared off some land. They had a little thing in the woods where they was naming the chickens, and it was like drama. Uh
Yeah.
like the chick I forget what their name is, but it was so you could get lost in your YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh
if
yeah.
you don't
Oh
subscribe.
yeah.
But then I started off of them. I started the algorithm started, I guess, working, kicked in and sent me to Viking preparedness, not Viking preparedness, VP, uh,
Vision preparedness.
vision, yeah, vision preparedness.
Yeah.
Um, and once I seen his, that's how I got to you guys. Is from
Okay.
vision preparedness, and
Thank you, bro.
he's cool people. So
Yeah.
it was all it was all good. So you guys seem really cool and nice, like down south. I'm northern Like, oh, I'm Ohio, so
Okay.
we didn't used to visit Southern, but you sound real Southern and hospitality. Like your channel's very nice, and welcoming. Like the chat is, everybody saying hi. It's
Thank
like
you.
going to your grandma's house and talking to all your cousins and everything. So I was like, yeah, that's you know, I like that. So I
Thank you.
I have a YouTube channel, but I haven't done anything with it. But I will be doing something with it on my learning homesteading skills and things from the city to the field, and definitely working on that and rehabbing houses is what I like,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
So that's what I'm interested in and I'll be doing. But the topic was so on point, like I had to jump in like double dutch. You know how sometimes you just watching people double dutch. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I got to jump in this time and tell it.
Well, I'm glad you did, sister. And as you can see, it's some other Ohioans over here in the chat. TLC, one of our moderators in Ohio. It's so many different people in Ohio, and all over the world. We still a little bitty tiny channel, but we got a whole bunch of folk from all over the world, and we appreciate all of y'all for being here. And um, if Miss Shirt, I would, if I can recommend another channel to you publicly, I'm gonna say Miss Shirley OG Gardner. Come on later tonight. We're over in the morning for us because we like 12, 13 hours ahead of y'all. Miss Shirley OG Gardner, um, Auntie Ellen, G Quat, GQUAT Traditions comes on tonight as well. My brother in the chat, Odom's Homestead down there in Tennessee, he come on tonight. Definitely a channel to pay attention to, even though it's Thursday, so it's get it off your chest. But he does a lot of homesteading. He talking about a lot of what he doing on his land. He love fruit trees. He love growing. Speaking of which, Odom, I want to say thank you for your contribution to the channel, bro. We saw that. We appreciate that. Thank you for that. And see, this what I mean, Nicole. We Rambo, Rambo Greenhands. Like, we've even got people from the UK, right? So we've got people listening to me. And of course, you've always got an issue with Ghetto. Like every time Rambo comes in, Ghetto's got to say something. But we've got people from all over, from the UK, from like Ireland, from like Pakistan, like just everywhere, right? So Rambo, thank you for being here, bro. We appreciate it. And Bob's your uncle. So anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off, Nicole. If you can finish out what you were saying, and I'm gonna go get on over to Ghetto real quick.
Wait, hold on. I want to interject. I'm in Ohio too. Where are you at? I'm in Toledo.
Wow, that's awesome. That's the around Cincinnati ish.
Good girl. I like it I like how you said that. Aroundish.
Well, you
Nicole's smart. Game nerd up here giving addresses and shit.
Right.
Like, no, I'm over here over by the 7-Eleven. Come on, girl.
it's a bigger city, so if I say that, there's no way you're just gonna come here and find me. It's impossible.
I'm gonna go to Columbus one of these days. I want to go to Columbus, Ohio, and Toledo, and Cleveland. Them three places on my bucket list. Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
ask me why. I have no clue.
nice. It's nice. Columbus is nice. Cleveland, I don't know about Cleveland being nice, but definitely, I'm a Buckeye. I graduated from OSU, so yeah, it's Buckeye town all the way. So,
Oh, I'm
um,
sorry. My apologies. I'm
oh,
sorry. I,
oh,
I thought you were finna say UT. I thought you were gonna say University. I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, I went to Austin. I spent my whole 4 years, maybe 5 years in Austin." But whatever. Go Buckeyes. Shut up. I love you. Nicole, I like you already. I'm glad you better get on in here and enjoy yourself and be a part of this African Dreaming hashtag BCIAC family. Nicole, ask me something. What does BCIAC stand for?
I don't even know. You keep saying it. I was gonna Google it to see like if it like it would tell me what it mean though. You said to put it in the chat and I was like BC who? BC what?
It's BCIAC and it stands for being country in another country. So I'm officially welcoming you on in as long as you keep behaving yourself. Nicole, everybody in the chat, y'all give Nicole a round of applause and welcome her into this here hashtag BCIAC family. Girl, you better get on in here. Come
Man,
on in.
we done welcomed her in. You're the only one late to the party.
Thank
Ain't
you.
nobody ask you nothing, man.
Thank you
Anyway.
for having me though. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Cause it's crazy. It's bad out here. You be online listening to some of these folks. You be ready to be like, what in the world? Is it anybody that's like just regular? Where the regular folks at? Send me over there. I need to go. You know. So thank
Yeah.
you.
You more than welcome, sis. And that ain't that. And again, we have these types of conversations often. You probably gonna see ghetto often. You gonna see game nerd mom and a whole bunch of people who you ain't even met yet. But we a big community. Everybody don't look the same. Everybody don't smell the same. Everybody don't eat all the same stuff. But damn it, we family nonetheless. And you know, it ain't but a handful of folk out there who still got good, just regular sense. I ain't gonna say common, because common sense ain't common, but just some good old regular sense, like, hey, how you doing? How your mama and them? How everybody? That's what you gonna get over here. And we try to provide the opportunity for people to think without forcing how we feel personally about it, but sharing how we feel and allowing other people to maybe take some nuggets and pick from here, pick from there, and just find some stuff to put in their tool belt rather than telling you the tools that you need. So I'm overjoyed. It's always good to meet new people. I'm glad that you decided to come up, and I'm definitely gonna be checking you out. I'm elated by this always, and I gotta say, I only reason, and before I get to ghetto, I gotta be honest with you. Only reason I want to go to Cleveland is because I used to like Drew Carey show when I was little, cause our cable was off and we ain't have about 4 channels, and that's Cleveland Rocks.
Cleveland Rock. Cleveland Rock.
I was just happy to see something that wasn't, either in black and white or news. So
he
yeah.
said the Drew Carey show. Even my white ass don't watch that show.
Yeah, well, I do, ghetto. I do, ghetto. So there you go.
I'm
See,
sorry for saying that.
and that's how you cross over, because ghetto ain't even watching stuff that I'm watching, and he probably somewhere. I bet you he can quote the whole BET award. I don't know. But you
You
see
probably
how
like the
stuff
Golden
crosses over?
Girls too, huh?
I love the Golden Girl.
Oh, the Golden Girls, yeah.
But come on, man. Rue McCallahan. That was Rue McCallahan was what was her name? The Southerner. My goodness. So you had B. Arthur, Rue McCallahan, Betty White, and
You know the names on
what's the
all of
one
them.
who played Sophia? Sophia was anyway. But yeah, I love the Golden Girl. Hashtag stop hating. Ghetto. Yeah.
Nicole, I gotta ask, do you like sardines?
No.
All right, then do not show up on Sunday. Okay? No, they do a cool show. They do a cool show on Sunday. And I had to let this out. I had to let this out before we get off the panel. Y'all think this man ain't a grifter? I'm telling you, every Saturday night I get about 17,312 emails telling him, "Hey man, can I get a can of sardines, please, man? Come on, just send it over, man. Just send it over. Come on,
Chill
I'll
out.
shout you out on the channel, man. I'll shout you out on the channel." No, I'm just playing, man. Much love.
Chill out, man.
It's family over
Ghetto
here.
got jokes.
It
Ghetto
really
got
is.
jokes, y'all. Ghetto got jokes. But no, I do love sardine. And by the way, thank you for bringing that up, Ghetto. We got Nicole. We do have a show we do on Sunday called Sardine Sunday, and it's a conversation kind of like this, but we got a lot of people who because it's hard for us to gain access to certain things from back home. So people will send us some of our favorite stuff. One of my favorite things is sardines. My Renaissance grandma, uh, triple threat. People send different stuff, but Gina versus Gina. Uh, who else? My goodness, Psalm 146, Home and Garden. Um, Man, I gotta say the rapper, baby. I'm saving the rappers because they all a part of Sunday. These are sardine Sundays you done missed right here. Them Brunswick go hard. You missed these. Let me flip it over.
She over there like,
Ain't nobody ask you nothing, Ghetto. And you missed these. S. Siegler, I saw you earlier. Thank you for being off in here. And Goodies Homestead. So we might do a twofer next week, but I'm trying to stick to one can at a time. We're gonna get into these as well. We got some beach cliff in water, and we got some wild caught. So yeah, I do happen to have an affinity for sardines, ma'am. So if you don't like sardines, you just come for the conversation.
Okay.
yeah, it's still good conversation. But
yes. I think it should. You should have like something on your channel that have like the schedule for like Sunday, Sardine Sunday, or Monday. What's the name? And have like you know how you name everybody names other people's channels and stuff like what they are doing. Like almost like you could have a Thursday lineup. This is your Thursday lineup. You could just give it out on each other's channel. You know what I'm saying? So that the person watching it knows where to go to next for the people.
Nicole, why don't you do that? I type 10 words a minute. I'm not finna do that. I'm
you
not
go like
finna.
this too.
No, baby. I talk about it. I will say it all day, but I'm not finna do all that pecking. Exactly, Ghetto. I'm not. These my two best friends. Every now and again, if I'm in front of people, I spread my fingers. I do some more Mavis Beacon action. I spread my fingers out like I'm on the right key. But in real life, baby, these right here, this that action. This that action right there. So you just got over here. Don't be telling me what I ought to
do. Everybody's actually pretty known for doing that, though, Nicole. I mean, this community is real strong in doing that and promoting each other, letting people know the content and what's going on over there. It's man.
That's awesome.
I'm in love with the community.
It is. It's a beautiful community. And Nicole, I'm just giving you a hard time. That's some of what you're gonna get, but welcome in. And things are very different over here in Africa versus in the States. It's a very simple and more traditional way of doing it. But I will openly direct you to anybody who I see you have questions with, or if you're getting your homestead on, if you want to get your self-defense on, it's people in the chat for that. It's so many beautiful moving parts over here that it ain't make no sense to not help somebody get where they want to be and acquire all they want to acquire. And if you got any questions behind the scenes, you can go to our about page, email us, and we'll try to help you offline if we can, or send you to somebody who in a better suited position. Because over here, baby, it's beans, corn, goats, chickens, cows, and a couple hogs, and life's simple. That we don't even create as much like growing content as we used to, because we just gonna be showing y'all the same. I can't run baby, it ain't no Home Depot over here. It ain't no Ross. It ain't no Chick-fil-A. It is a whole bunch of stuff you just not finna get over here because it don't exist at all. So the variety of like, I want to grow this tomato that got pink hairs coming out of it this week because I done found some seeds, and I can't do that. I gotta grow something I'm gonna eat, baby. So it's a little bit different, but Yeah,
It
we
sounds
can
like it
help
was
you.
my phone. It's shutting off. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We finna get the ghetto and then we gonna get out of here anyway. Ghetto trying to make it be a whole nother hour.
You did that on your own, man. We already 12 minutes past.
I ain't do that. It is because of you. Because of you. Ghetto, go ahead. Hair up. Hair up.
It looked like her phone died. I had a couple things to add for her in Game and Nerd. They was talking about homesteading. You mind
She
if
can
I
come back up.
Well, you mind if I promote my dude's stuff, man? It's basically it's a freesteading platform. It's for homesteaders, people that have. It's basically. I mean, do you mind? I'll just say the name and
I,
that's it.
I don't mind at all. For one, you
All right.
asked first. For two, I'm trusting you that
Oh yeah.
it's good people. That is good people. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. So go to ghettohoodbooty.com. No, I'm just. I'm just
See, that's why you can't give you a chance. That's why I can't mess with you. That's why I can't. Boy,
I'm just playing.
see what
No.
happened when you give folk a chance.
All right, no,
Now go ahead, bro.
it's called freesteading.com, and they even have an app built for it as well. His live, actually, that's where I'm going directly after this one. It's over there at Life Done Free, and basically it's a community around the United States. It's within every state.
Mm-hmm.
It's a platform that's built to bring homesteaders together within every state in the United States. So it's a lot easier to find. And then on top of that, there's just a large amount of information on homesteading and how to get to that point. They're all about, being self-reliant, and he's extremely trustworthy dude. I'm actually going to be on his panel here next week. But
Okay.
he ain't nothing like me, y'all. Trust me. You may looks could be deceiving. I'm on all different kinds of platforms, but let me tell you what, every single platform helps me help my family. That's it. Like I may be about jokes or whatever. That's just the gray man in me because I'm sitting here soaking
Yeah.
in knowledge from absolutely every single one of y'all. And I want to remain not the intellect, not the guy that knows how to shoot, not the guy that knows how to prepare food. I don't want y'all to know anything about that because I may or may not. Um, but when I recommend somebody, just at least take a look. That's all, because it's mainly because I wanted to help you. Basically, this guy
Mm-hmm.
he's helping us figure out where we're going because we still rent. We're still sort of in the city, but my main goal is to homestead. To get a piece of
Mm-hmm.
land so my children can inherit it. You know what I mean? Because the system wants you to rent, and I ain't about that. I want to be able to hand something down to my baby. Anyways, that was my homesteading trip. I hope Game and Nerd and Nicole will hear that part. Um, but my channel is pretty much a randomness of everything from canning to gardening to cutting it up to having conversations like this. I haven't done no lives in a while. That will start up here soon, July 8th. The Hypathon. African Dreaming gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. My man Zach gonna be there. A whole bunch of people. Look into Hypathon if you want to join it. It's over there at what is
Yeah.
it?
Motivate.
Motivational.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right. It's basically us coming together. I'm also ask a couple of my other communities to look into it and maybe join as well because it's all about breaking that algorithm. It's about people like Nicole able to find African Dreaming. She didn't even know she was looking for him, and then she found him. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Right.
but that was because
Right.
the algorithm kind of pushed him onto her. You know what I mean? I want it to be where my friend told me about you. Now I'm over here. You know what I mean? Like I don't even want to be recommended by the algorithm. I want my homies to recommend me to you, type of thing, because that's when we know we're winning and we're breaking the algorithm. We don't need help from the
Mm-hmm.
algorithm. We need to help ourselves, and it's all about unity. That's at the end of the day, that's pretty much all my channel's been about. You're not going to see my kids. You're not going to see a lot of stuff because, again, I'm all about keeping my family safe because the world is
Right.
dangerous and that's just not going to happen. But,
Right.
just laughing pretty much. I love to laugh. God sent me here to laugh. I got nothing else.
Yeah.
Just
That's
laugh.
it. That's it. don't be convinced out of enjoying your time in this existence. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is ghetto, ladies and gentlemen. This is ghetto. We got one more question. I want to try to answer this. Now you got to tell me, Campbell's. Did you mean how much is U.S. dollars in the native currency? Okay. It it fluctuates. It fluctuates. Anybody who's ever lived it, I would say anybody who's U.S. citizen or or you grew up in the states. When you live abroad, currency as it does in the states because the dollar fluctuates also, but it's way more dramatic in other countries. You could have if everything is primarily based off the dollar currently, you can have anything from fluctuations from a matter of dollars in dollars to a matter of cents in dollars, depending on the day, the state of the economy, whether there's been a crash. Like it's so many variables, but uh, I don't know. I'm not sure. She said sorry about the spelling.
Let
Yeah,
me
I don't know. Go
let,
ahead,
let
bro.
me let me ask it this way, because maybe this is what she means. If I gave you $100 right now, how long could you and April eat off of that $100 in Africa right now? How much you
Oh
would
my
think?
God! And in our country where we're currently in,
Yeah.
a
How
hundred
long would y'all
dollars
be able to
US.
eat?
Probably about at easy and 2 weeks.
Okay, that's what I thought
I'm
too, man.
I'm gonna say probably like 3 weeks to a month, depending on how veggie heavy versus
Right.
how uh meat heavy you are. But again,
Yeah.
between what we have already, and now I'm not gonna compare that to us because we in a little bit different circumstance. But
Right,
I'm gonna
right.
say if you were a U.S. citizen, and you just came over here and you did, depending upon your diet, if you had $100 US, you could eat a lot for a long time.
Yeah.
And depending on how many times you eat a day, what you like to eat, whether you're trying to get stuff that's imported or local, if you live in like locally, like how we are, we've been here long enough. It's just we just like everybody else. We get all the food except for the sardines and stuff. We get a few things import, but for the most part, everything is like really, really ours or village related, community related, and it's you can make it for a while, man. Especially, and if you a vegan, oh my man, if you it's game over. You finna eat all day. You ain't got to worry about nothing for a cool old minute, for real.
Man.
Uh, who we got? I guess that's it. Excuse me. So with that being said, and now I'm 20 minutes over because of ghetto. So thanks, bro. Coming up here. That's you. It's your fault. Don't be pointing over at nothing else. Don't be no. It's all on you. I want to say, yeah. Resilient said, Dad said, do your Googles. I'm gonna put that up there for real. Do your Googles because that is another reason why we really don't get into the expat side of we can help with this, we can help with because I don't know what you eat, man. I don't know.
Right.
You might have three. You think about moving to Africa. You got 3 kids. One of them love Captain Crunch. The other one love green beans, and one of them don't want to eat nothing but squirrel. How the hell am I gonna help you with that? I don't know. I can't do that for you. So that's why we don't get into that. But when it's real general, um, under normal circumstances, that would be the thing. But look here, family. I'm gonna say this. This has been a blast. It's been a great conversation. I've enjoyed chopping it up with y'all on this here Thursday. I want to thank everybody in the chat, all of our lovely moderators. One of them, two of them still here. Shout out to, hey man, come on, I'm finna get out.
There she
No, don't.
go.
Yeah, because I'm finna get out. You can't act like that. You can't be like, what was and that's another part of the game. See, now she know I'm finna get off of here, so she gonna come to the door with that, bruh, like man, let me get going. Damn, baby, you
Yeah,
broke my
yeah.
car.
Wait till we all leave until you get off over there in Africa. Like,
Yes,
let us
yes.
leave first. My girl be doing. Look, my girl be doing the same. Ain't it a beautiful thing, though, man? I mean, it
It
really is.
is.
After so many decades being together, they still want to,
Mm-hmm.
just smile
Mm-hmm.
at you. Even just smile at you. It's like, dang, after 20
Right.
years, after
Right.
smelling all my forks and all my everything, you still want to smile at me all pretty? Like,
Yeah.
man, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. It is. It is.
Yeah. Hey, she on full climb. Hey, she on full. She don't like she.
Don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble.
You right, bro.
Don't
You
get in
right.
trouble.
Thank you, ghetto, because I was finna
Don't get,
say too much, bro. I was finna say too much, and I can still hear her giggling. She giggling at me, man. Okay, yeah. Damn. I don't get
you
what
gonna
I was
snitch
talking
on
about. Something.
yourself, ruin the whole entire thing. The power gonna go off, and you gonna be wagging your tail. She be like, "No, I'm gonna sleep. You done talk too much, dude."
Not shit. Not tonight, bro. Not tonight. Not tonight. You finna get one of these. You finna get tapped on your shoulder, bro. Shit.
And I don't care if she sleep. It ain't happening, not tonight.
Yeah. We finna hug. Shit. We finna hug. My goodness. Anyway, damn. Ghetto, what was I even talking about, bruh?
You were halfway into the longest goodbye ever.
You know what, man? I like you a
Halfway.
lot. I like you a
Halfway.
lot, man. But you see, you be coming with this.
I mean, you only 24 minutes over. I mean, why not make it a cool 4 hours? I mean, just
Nah, bro, not tonight. Not tonight, man. I gotta go. I got dinner in there, and I got some Netflix stuff to watch, and yeah. So look here, family. I think I was saying goodbye. Oh yeah, goodbye. Thank you to everybody who was in the chat. TLC in the garden, triple threat, some of our mods who was able to be here tonight. We appreciate y'all, family. We thank y'all. Everybody who came up, Ghetto, Game Nerd Mom, Nicole. It sure was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for being here. Dave Busby off in here, man. So many of y'all. Oh, also official J Mia. Y'all make sure y'all check out her channel, get their mukbangs in. Check out the podcast, another mother daughter podcast. Like it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So with that being said, I ain't gonna hold y'all up no more. It's been long enough. Y'all blame Ghetto for the last 30 minutes of all of this because I'm putting the blame on him. And y'all
blame the
make sure
white
y'all.
guy.
Yeah, it's your fault. Y'all make sure y'all catch us tomorrow. Tomorrow is we have Friday Faves where we have guests. You never know who the guest gonna be. You just gonna have to guess who. So that's how we doing it, baby. But with that being said, I got to dip, y'all. I got to get out of here. I got to go. I got to go. Until the next time y'all see me and I see y'all. Y'all already know what it is. We gonna be over here being country in another country. Peace.